Happy Sunday, everyone, and welcome to the Azerbaijan Grand Prix here in Baku. And we are on round 8 of the Formula 1 World Championship from Season 4 of ALR Gold. And I'm very happy to be here tonight. It's really good stuff indeed there. For once, I'm actually going to say, I don't think we can measure up to the drama that we see tonight in the real world of Formula 1. My goodness me, the Italian Grand Prix was absolutely spectacular, incredible, really amazing, wasn't it? It was supreme stuff indeed then. Before we get into any of those any of the interesting stuff that happened today in Italy, and also the stuff that's happening in the world of ALR as well, let's quickly go through the drivers and the constructor standing, shall we, whilst we got a 2-minute period as well. Well, actually, before we do that, let's take a look at the track layout, shall we? Of course, we're here in Baku, as we mentioned already. The second longest track on the F1 calendar this season, 3.7 miles long and 26 laps around this beautiful circuit. And it's usually a track that does provide drama, excitement, and electrifying racing. And I expect nothing short of amazing here tonight as well. And it's 20 turns as well. It's a bit of a long one, this one is, isn't it? Lap record is actually set by Leclerc, isn't it, back in 2019. ALR's all-time lap record is actually set by the magazine the championship tonight, and that is Eat the Cookie, who actually set it last time out, of course, on the back end of last season of Season 3 for Eat the Cookie. So he has currently got the lap record of a 1 minute 40. That is the race lap record of 1 minute 40.295. We're going to break that tonight. All-time lap record is actually set by Cookie as well, a 37.015, which is also last season as well. So is that going to be broken here tonight then? I reckon it will be, to be honest, because these cars are absolutely electrifying this season, aren't they? They really are. Remember, next season, albeit we're now in the rules and regs changed too much for next season because of all the issues going on around the world, unfortunately. But of course, the downforce is being stripped by 10%, isn't it? So this might be the pinnacle of these Formula 1 cars. So make the most of these guys. This is going to be the quickest these cars are going to be for a very long time. Or apparently so, anyway. But the engineers are so smart, they just seem to really gain back the downforce, don't they? Right, let's go back to what I promised you about 10 minutes ago. The drivers and the constructors standing, shall we? As we are just loading into the session now, let's take a look at the weather forecast, shall we? And it is a black screen at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic stuff, isn't it? And oh goodness me, and there's a bit of light rain in the air already. We got 19 cars in here as we're missing a Ferrari at the moment. And oh goodness me, then I gotta say, and there's intermediate tires on that. Is that rain just started or is that rain just finishing? Well, we'll find out in just a jiffy. But yeah, whilst we're getting excited about the rain, let's quickly get excited about the championship. Either Cookie's got a 68 point deficit over Granty now, hasn't he? Cookie is wandering away at the moment. That's almost the most points anyone has ever been in front of an ALR championship season in gold. Anyway, fantastic stuff from Cookie. The champion Granty, double world champion Granty, is second at the moment there. Emerson and Hunter, a pretty difficult start to the season. He is still, but he's only 7 points behind Granty, but he's 75 points, a massive 75 points behind the championship leader as well. Young Light has had an inspired start to the season as well, but unfortunately he's dropped out of the top 3 now. He is down into 4th position. Same with Pete as well. He's had a cracking start. Remember, this is his debut this season for Pease, isn't it? And I've got to say, he's fit to ALR like a glove. Brilliant stuff indeed there for Pease. Impressive. Farshot has been impressive as well, hasn't he, this season? Strongest start to his ALR campaign in his ALR career so far. But he had 1 or 2 difficult races, didn't he? But he was back on song, wasn't he? He's moved up 4 positions as well after the Monaco Grand Prix. Lovely stuff. Alhan dropping down 1 position after issues with his connection last time out, unfortunately. Murphy also down a position as well. Lost Souls moving up to 9th, and difficult start to his career, but my goodness me, he's very much hot on it now, isn't he? Drofas dropping down 10 positions. Dropping down to 10th position in the championship. Milan there, also a strong start to the season, but unfortunately getting 11th at the moment, isn't he? I think that the speed he's shown, he shouldn't really be in 11th position. He should be very much in the top 5. And in his the championship so far. Sam has of course got a qualifying ban there for being a naughty boy. But overall, Sam is I think he had a good race in Monaco. He is the Monaco taskmaster, isn't he, Sam? And he has got off the mark with that point now. Of course, everyone got awarded an extra point for the Monaco Grand Prix because it was absolutely spectacular, wasn't it? Incredible manners out there. Fantastic stuff indeed then. And of course, just continuing on the championship as well. Mr. Elite has gone up 3 positions. He is now on 25 points so far, and Favre dropped down 2 positions as well. In the relegation zone at the moment is actually Milan's teammate Mumford on 1 point, 1 point for Sam as well. And I think that's a big old smash there for Milan. There, he has damaged the end plate on the Alfa Romeo, and unfortunately, that first lap gone. And he is going to have to come back in the pits. Well, there's an AlphaTauri, which is very much on the lips of everyone at the moment, isn't they? Brilliant race in Monza tonight. And of course, today, if you haven't watched it, I suggest you watch it. What a race there indeed. One of the best races you'll ever see you see in Formula 1 in a very long while indeed. That's incredible, isn't it? Quickly going to the constructor standing as well. Red Bull are currently, their lead has been whittled down to just 6 points now. Remember, they were so far in front at one point, and now all of a sudden they are right in the thick of it now. 6 points in front of the defending constructors champions, which is the Williams team. AlphaTauri were on board of the Cookie, now the championship leader. The AlphaTauri team is currently in third position, only a point away from Williams, 7 points away from Red Bull. Is getting very tight up the top, isn't it? Renault have moved up a position as well. Racing Point have dropped down a position. Ferrari and Mercedes status quo, 6th and 7th. McLaren have moved off the top of the off the bottom of the standings to be 8th now. Then after a difficult start to the campaign, isn't it, for one of the team members anyway, unfortunately. Haas in at 9th position there, and 10th position is the Alfa Romeo team as well. Good stuff indeed there. And that's the drivers and the constructors down as well. And goodness me, got a lot of chit-chat going on in the old comment section, haven't we? And Cookie is in the barrier. He's gone into the castle section as well. And that's not good at all. This is still light rain at the moment, isn't it? I'm not sure if this rain is just coming or going, or if it is here for the duration of the session then. I think I've seen a flash of Murphy. I did indeed there, but I hope Murphy's not flashing, because, yes, goodness me, that's wild. We ain't even past the watershed yet, anyway. You don't get onto the watershed until, in this race, it's usually silver and bronze, of course, then. We've got Jonathan on and out of mouse, fire shot in the pits. I'm just taking a look to see who else is out there at the moment. We've got a debutant here tonight, Diashi Barry there, and so lovely stuff indeed then, and I'm looking forward to see what Diashi can do then. He's making his full debut here in ALR tonight then, in the Alfa Romeo there, in the reserve seat for Mumford here tonight as well. And so interested to see what this man can do then. And this is his first time lap then in car 27. Of course, the 27 is very famous with the Ferrari, isn't it, in the Scuderia, and also famous with Hulkenberg fans as well. But of course, Jordan Lacey there, of course, made that number very famous for me when he won his one and only Grand Prix in the Canadian Grand Prix back in 1995 at Montreal. And that was a cracking race, wasn't it? He probably should have won a lot more than one Grand Prix. He's had a lot of near misses, hasn't he, Jean Lacey? We've got another yellow flag there. I think it's Eat the Cookie there, who came to blows in the castle section as well. Jean Lacey had a couple of near misses in his career as well. I think he probably could have and should have won the 1995 European Grand Prix at the Nürburgring. Very damp in difficult conditions, wasn't it? But Schumacher was incredible that season, wasn't he? Because I would say that he won the championship and probably the second best car in that season, because that Williams team, oh my goodness me, Diashi there was very squirrely at the rear there. Grant has done a 53 at the moment. And if these weather conditions are staying in, we are not going to get the all-time lap record around here, are we? Unfortunately, KV has gone fast. It's incredible stuff there. KV in only his second Grand Prix appearance in ALR. He made his debut last time out in Monaco and finished a superb 7th position, I believe, if I'm not very much mistaken there, for the Alfa Romeo team. Tonight he is driving in the Haas team. Lovely stuff indeed then. Diashi there has got a very light rear there, hasn't he? As I've said before on the stream, and I'll say it again, I wish I had a light rear. I've got to say, I'm packing a few pounds on the old posterior. As Diashi comes up to the line in, and that is his first time lap around here, 57 at the moment there. Total P's head, as we've already mentioned there, had a fantastic start to the season. We're in round 8 now. We're really getting into the thick of the championship as well then, and P's there since getting into the full-time driver seat at the Racing Point. He's been fantastic, hasn't he? He's had a second position. That's his best result so far back in the Dutch Grand Prix. He also had the fastest lap as well at the Dutch Grand Prix as well. Lovely stuff indeed there. Can he go one better and get a race win here this season? Well, I've got to say, with Cookie in such fine Vettel, he is absolutely dominating proceedings at the moment. But Total Pete's there really blowing the competition away at the moment there. He's a 10th for a second up. Lovely stuff then. Milan back out on track as well. Nigel, of course, I got to say, hats off to Nigel. He's had a very difficult start to the season, the worst start he's had in his ALR career. He's still going on it. Lovely stuff from Nigel. In the last couple of races, he's been really good, actually. He's scored points in Spain and in Monaco as well. And he's just burst the arm curl there. And I think that's more than a brush. He's going to have to come in the pits, I think. If I'm not, I just try to look to see the end plate there. Has he got end plate still on there? I don't think he has he? No, he hasn't. It is missing there. Unfortunately, there is that's a shame. There is Jonathan Cox has gone to 5th fastest. He's also struggling this season so far as well. Alhan then is he's got lost both end plates out. He's also in the wall, and he's completely discarded his front wing there, Alhan. And I think someone's got to go out and get that because that's right in the racing line. Goodness gracious me, then. Well, I got to say it's a bit of a banging start here, and oh look at this. There's Milan is collected the debris there, and that is that's not good at all. He's already had a problem with this on this lap then, so he's going to have to go around again anyway. He's invalidated his time somewhere around this 3.7 mile circuit. And we've got Cookie who's back out as well. And Cookie, I think, is the first man on a lap, if I'm not very much mistaken. He is indeed then on the on the current track. Anyway, let's take 9 minutes into this session. Then, well, no, 9 minutes to go, I should say. We have 8 cars at a set of time so far. Good stuff indeed there. And whilst we're keeping an eye on what Cookie's doing, let's take an eye on this man here. This is Caesar, and congratulations to Caesar. He's made one appearance in ALR so far, hasn't he? I think he was back at the Dutch Grand Prix, if I'm not very much mistaken there for Caesar. It was indeed when he was driving the Ferrari. Unfortunately, he did finish the race there. Great stuff indeed there for Caesar, but he didn't get any points then. But this is his second race in the ALR brand, and I got to say, he is very much now part of the Red Bull family, isn't he? Whether that's a poison chalice or not, just ask Pierre Gasly and Alex Albon at the moment. But let's see what Caesar can do. And it seems like that this season as well. Of course, Laggy Racer, of ARR season veteran, isn't he, with Laggy Racer, but he has stepped aside. He is now no longer a part of the full grid of ALR. He's had 26 starts in his career. Of course, he made his debut back in season 2 of Bahrain, and he finished 7th as his highest finish as well, and he had one driver today as well to Laggy Racer. Fantastic. But Caesar there is Jonathan has had an issue somewhere, and it is into the very fast kink there, and oh dear, that's not good at all, is it? And I'm trying to look to see who's close to him. Let me have a quick look there, and hang on. I am completely lost there, which is standard stuff. And just on board then, Jonathan. Yes, it's the very fast part of the course there, turn 15. Jonathan is out of qualifying. He was he says he was struggling, and that is more than a struggle there for Jonathan. Unfortunately, he is out of qualifying then, and another big blow to Jonathan. He's languishing down in 17th in the World Championship at the moment for a man with 2 Grand Prix victories and 9 pole positions in his entire career. That is not a man of his talent should be in the World Championship. He's had a very difficult start, isn't he? And now with the relegation, now relegation and promotion, now a big part now of ALR. Of course, if you finish in 18th or below, you will be relegated. Of course, if you're a full-time driver, then you get promoted if you're in the top 3 of bronze or the top 3 of silver as well. And of course, Jonathan very much staring into the abyss at the moment, isn't he? Luckily for him, Mumford is not in the session at the moment. And Sam has a qualifying ban as well, but looks like Sam and Jonathan are going to be sharing the back row. Droffast has gone faster. Good time for Droffast. He was playing down his chances earlier on, but my goodness me, there he is really shining at the moment, isn't he? In this very dull period here in Azerbaijan, and of course it's very dreary out there, isn't it? Emerson has gone fast there, only by a whisker though, hasn't he? But remember, this is not about lining up the front part of the grid. This is about lining up the rear part of the grid, and we're going to be losing 4 drivers. We've already lost 2 of them, unfortunately, Jonathan and Sam. We've got to make that we've got to find another 2 in this session if they make it around then. And I'm not sure if the rain has stopped there, but it's very light, isn't it? So they got to keep on their toes there. We could a drying track, which means you'll go faster. Lights is in 7th position. Good stuff indeed there. Tichy there is that we was looking at him earlier on, back on board with Tichy in the Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri. Oh goodness me! And he's coming up to the coming to the start-finish line now as well. It's still light rain out there, isn't it? So it's not drying up at all at the moment. I'm wondering how long this light rain's going to go for. I hope someone's told me in the comments there. I'll read out your comments in just a jiffy as well. Just taking a look to see what people's benchmark times are so far. And at the moment, Tichy is 0.3 of a second away from the world champion Granti at the moment. Milan is about to start his lap as well then. And we're on board with Milan then. I think KV has just moved himself up to 5th position, has he? Oh no, sorry, I think it was Eat the Cookie possibly in the Alpha Tower as well. Of course, Pierre Gasly. Spoiler alert, by the way, if anyone doesn't want to hear about the Grand Prix result, well, I'm going to just talk about it now because I got to say best Grand Prix in Europe. And of course, the ALR guys were buzzing in the old comments, wasn't it? We had a red flag in Monza. I think that was the first. I heard on commentary that was the first time we had a red flag since 1995, wasn't it? Incredible, wasn't it? Of course, that was a absolutely action-packed race. 95 was one of my all-time favourites, and of course, it was Johnny Herbert who won the Italian Grand Prix back in 95. Once again, though, it was after Schumacher and Hill decided to cut the blows there after. They're both up in the infamous Taki Inoue there. One of the all-time greats in my opinion there. I love that Japanese driver. He was fantastic. He really was there. The only driver I know that's ever been hit by the medical car. Just on board with Milan now as he is in the middle part of the course as well. Alhan has also started as well. Just taking a look to see what Milan can do. He's invalidated his time again. Remember, Milan has been on pole position twice this season. Back in China and the Dutch Grand Prix. He's having a lot of challenges at the moment in this first qualifying session with only 5 minutes ago, because look at how long these times taken. We're next to 2 minutes, haven't we? So yeah, you've got to, if you damage the car, it's really going to break you, isn't it, in terms of this session as well? And look how big those rear wings are. It's like having a barn door, isn't it, attached to the back of the car. Goodness me then as well. So of course that is all about there, of course, having a high downforce, isn't it, around this part of the lap lane as well? But of course, you want low downforce, don't you, for the first and second sectors, really? Well, the first sector mainly, isn't it? Because of course, it's a bit like Hockenheim, isn't it? Really, where Hockenheim was very much had to have a hybrid, didn't you? Whereas absolutely blast through the trees back in pre-2001 in Germany, wasn't it? And of course, on the stadium sector as well, you needed to have all the downforce. I've got to say, I love that track there, and I really wish they did adapt it. But there you go, our mode score. And I'm Odin Grumpy. You got Alhan then, as I said already, and he's had a fantastic season. Unfortunately, connection issues in Monaco. Oh my goodness me, that back end is trying to step out and overtake the front end. Total Pease is retired from the session. He should be safe up there as well then. 11-7D then. Now, I think this is the first track we've come to where Cookie has raced in ALR before, if I'm not very much mistaken then. So good stuff indeed there for Cookie. We'll judge him on his form book, albeit he was quite impressive around here last season, wasn't he? I think that was his second Grand Prix victory in ALR. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Of course, he's now going for his 8th Grand Prix. He's absolutely ripped up the form book, hasn't he, since coming in? Like the predecessors before, remember, Emerson made his debut here back in Season 2, didn't he? Really good stuff indeed there for Nigel's gone. Nigel has gone. Oh goodness me, that's not good at all there. And I'm just taking a look. There's a McLaren coming through now the facility. Nigel is in the wall, and Nigel is another victim at the Baku barriers. Goodness me, that is not good, is it? From Nigel's point of view, that is a huge blow for the former champion. Nigel, remember, I was just going through the people that come into the category of ALR and ripped up the form, but Nigel was one of them as well. Remember, Jochen was walking away with the championship, wasn't he, back in Season 1, where he got on to 5 Grand Prix wins in a row. From Bahrain to Monaco, he was unstoppable. Then Nigel came in and really ruffled the feathers, didn't he? But Jochen, brilliant stuff indeed then. Back in the good old days, wasn't it? Goodness me, almost a year and a bit ago. Of course, Emerson, as I said, made his debut here back in Season 2. He really ruffled up the form book as well. Remember, Season 2 was all up in the air, wasn't it? With who was going to do what, really, wasn't it? With a lot of driver changes going on. And of course, there at the pinnacle, that's the time of the season. I think Knowlesy was battling up there, wasn't he? And Emerson probably stole Knowlesy's a couple of Knowlesy's wins in that season as well, unfortunately. So blame Emerson. Lost Souls on track at the moment. We've got Fire Shot there as well. Caesar has also started there. We've got Diashi back out on track as well in the Alpha, and he's had a much better second fist of it. He is now in 13th position there at 55. Lovely stuff there from the Alpha and Male driver. Really good stuff indeed then. Lost Souls and is coming up to the final stage of the lap as well. We've got less than 2 minutes to go in this first qualifying session. Wow, look at that then. Is a fly past me. Brilliant stuff indeed then from the Williams driver. He's going to the line as well. Caesar is out of qualifying at the moment now. We are going to lose potentially up to 6 cars here. Remember, the people that are in the wall, unfortunately, are not going to be allowed back out because, of course, there's no T cars in the ALR, is there? Or in any part of Formula 1 at the moment. Caesar, it looks like he's had a problem in the first sector there. He could be staring into the abyss at the moment. Fire shot coming out to turn 16 as well. That is the last time he'll be on the brakes, because now he is just going to be full throttling it right up to the start line as well. Look at him flying past me. And now fire shot coming to the line as well. Caesar needs to get his act together, doesn't he? Otherwise he'll be out of qualifying as well. Diash is also out of qualifying along with Jonathan and Nigel. Remember, no cars, so they're out of qualifying, but they'll finish 14th and 15th unless anyone improves. Well, fire shot is now in the 13th position as well, so now we're losing just a couple more cars, and so it is Diaz is out of qualifying on his debut, unfortunately, and look at Cecil there, really clumping the curves there, isn't he? He is a couple of seconds off the pace. He's also damaged the end plate on that Red Bull as well for Cesar, not good at all. It looks like he might also be out of qualifying as well, so we're going to lose at 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th and 19th. We're going to lose 5 cars in this qualifying session instead of 4. Of course, we're going to have 5 joining a bit later on, I believe. If anyone's watched the bronze race, said, of course, I got to say, some people might get a bit tense to hear that, but of course, Farf will be serving his justice in the ALR jail. Cesar then is 3 tenths of a second down at the moment. Murphy's retired from the session as well. Just going back to the far from and the bronze, of course, everyone has a bad race, don't they? Of course, remember Lewis Hamilton back in Monaco 2011. Goodness me, he diced with everyone. Felipe Massa, Pastor Maldonado, Michael Schumacher. Goodness me. So yeah, we've all had those races, and I took out a former driver in Roscoe in Monaco as well. So, and I'm still not proud of it, and I don't think I've ever allowed to race in that race since, so there we go. So they're just coming out of turn 3 as well then. Yeah, so Farf unfortunately will be starting 20th there. He might even be starting 20th in 2 races actually here in Baku, when he also races in bronze as well, so Farf might have to be getting used to that. We got Lights there, making a much better second attempt there of a qualifying time. Lovely stuff indeed there from Lights. He is now up into 2nd position there. But as we said there, that is not the aim of this qualifying session. The aim of this qualifying session is now to see if Caesar is going to be out of this qualifying session, coming through the castle section as well, the most narrowest part of any F1 track in the world. Is it? Goodness me. I got to say, if you thought the Rascats in Monaco last week was that narrow, try swinging a cat through there. Obviously, don't do that because that's animal cruelty. But is now Caesar now dropping down the hill then, as he is coming into the second part of the course as well then. Of course, there is 3 sectors on this track, like every other. Always tap the wall there. 15 is very infamous, isn't it? Well, if you're a Vettel or the Hamilton fan, then it was the second sector time, like he's 6 tenths of a second up with damage to the front wing then, so he's making a very good fist of it. There's D actually, I think unfortunately is going to be out of qualifying unless I'm out of sync then, which is a very much a very high probability, isn't it, really? And I think that Caesar also might be done as well, unfortunately. Yeah, so Caesar out of qualifying then on his debut, for full-time debut for the Red Bull team, so that is a big blow indeed, isn't it, for Caesar as he comes back to the pits then. So then, just confirming then, Farf and Sam will be on the back row of the grid. Farf 19th, Sam 18th then. Caesar will be 18th then. No, that's not right. Sam not 20th. Farf 19th. I can't even count, even though it's sat on the screen now. 18th is Caesar, who's retired from the session. 17th is Diashi on his debut then. So that's not a bad fist of it for Diashi. That really improved there on his second bite of the cherry on the lap there. Lovely stuff there. Nigel, the former champion there, is in 16th position as well. He's never gone too well around here, Nigel, has he? I think I remember he had a bit of clout in season 2 around here, didn't he? Where he got a bit too friendly with a couple of cars, didn't he? When he was driving back in the Red Bull days as well. So Nigel, and of course Jonathan, might hurt a little bit more for Jonathan now as well, the British Italian driver, but he is also out of qualifying, even though that time would have been enough to be inside the bar. So there are those 6 drivers then that are going to be watching from the sidelines then for the remainder of this qualifying session, which is such a shame for those guys. But let's I don't think Diashi will be able to get through because the time has elapsed then. Let's quickly go to the comments, shall we, as I have really been neglecting you guys, and I absolutely apologise as I quickly get rid of this email about someone wants to hear my thoughts on my new trainers. I think they're good. Sam is saying evening. Oh, good evening, Sam, as he's also said he is the first commentator in the old comment section. Lovely stuff indeed there. Bailey is second there with a crying emoji. We've also got Gordo saying hello. Gurman, let's go there. We're good. I think that's a clap, isn't it? Emerson saying best of luck, everyone. Still crying after Gasly's win there. A brilliant win from Gasly as well, wasn't it? I got to say that race is absolutely phenomenal. It really was there as well. So I love that. I think that was the first race since 2013. I don't know, actually. I can't remember what the stat was. Oh, goodness me. Whilst I've been waffling away, we've got two 5-place grid penalties in this qualifying session as well. Milan and Cavey have got a 5-place grid penalty for, I assume for crashing into each other. Quickly take stock of what has gone on. I thought, quickly take stock. I thought there's another person in there as well. Sam, Favre, Caesar, Diashi, Nigel and Jonathan all out of qualifying. They will not take part in qualifying, so all you fans that are fans of any of those drivers, you'll have to wait till the race. Young Light saying hello guys, best of luck to everyone as well. Ramman saying my debut tonight, wish me luck. Caesar here, hello Caesar. Unfortunately he's out qualifying, but don't worry, the points do not get handed out till the race then, so it's definitely not over yet, is it? Anyway, we're into qualifying 2 then as well. Whilst there's no action on track, then let me quickly go through the rest of the comments. Gordo saying this is my top 4 favourite track then, so Gordo will be looking forward to having a fifth of this track then, I'm sure of it. Young Light saying hopefully I can get a decent finish after being absent for 2 races. Yeah, Young Light, that's why he's dropped down into 4th in the championship, isn't it? That rain is still not abating, is it? It's very light rain at the moment, but everyone is still in the intermediate tyres then, which is probably the safest bet, isn't it? Because we've seen already a couple of drivers there visit the Armco barrier as they come out of the pits, and then goodness me, Lionel Stern, isn't it? Like, even if it is the second longest track there, they just seem to be around each other, don't they? Obviously they don't want to get lonely, do they, out there? Grant, he is leading this mini train at the moment then, and I'm wondering if that McLaren, a far shot in the Alfa Romeo of Milan there, just wants to steal a toe. Well, that's not the case anymore, because Fireshot is actually leading this trio of cars now in the McLaren now, and as we've said already, Fireshot on a fantastic start to the season and really good stuff indeed. The former race winner as well. He's also been on pole position twice in his career. Payne to saying evening, good evening Payne, I hope you're well. We also got Jonathan saying a good evening Sean there, and he's also dry in the race as well. Gordo is also confirmed that it's raining as well. Ayrton, hello Ayrton, hope you're well. Granty saying hello husband, hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you've had a great weekend. I really have. Monzo's really just topped it off for me. Lovely stuff indeed. I hope you're all having a great weekend as well, and I hope you have a cracking race here tonight. But I think that's about to start his lap as well then, as I've got a good old circle of death for on the YouTube stream, but there we go, we're back on it now. We've got Sam saying cookie oil, ole. Oil, what's oil? I'm gonna try to say oil perhaps then, but ole there for Sam there just cheering on cookie. Oh goodness me, and the Fireshot is in the barrier, he is out of qualifying, and oh goodness me, and so Fireshot another victim of the barriers there. It is so slick, isn't it, on the run up to the finish line to start your lap, and Fireshot the second McLaren in the wall, just like in Spain, isn't it, where McLaren are having a very difficult start to the event then. Remember Monaco as well, they didn't have very good qualifying, but in the race both drivers did an absolutely supreme job then. They need something like that again here tonight. Fireshot out of qualifying. Just confirmed now, it's a tough old track, isn't it, on the wet tyres around here. It really is, isn't it? Goodness me, we've seen a lot of drivers in the wall then. I gotta say then, I think the retirement rate might be quite high in this event here tonight then as well, but well, hopefully it's not then, because the more the merrier, isn't it? Yellow flag in sector 1 is one. The Renaults there is just having problems there in sector 2, and one if they're just trying to get out of the way. Milan is currently on a lap at the moment, then steady rain then, but as Jonathan has already said then, we are as Jonathan has already said, that's a scary old message in the top right hand corner. Let's ignore that and pretend that everything's fine. That's what I tend to do in life. But yeah, what's I saying? Like I said, that it's a tough track on the wet tyres, isn't it? It really is. We got Darren saying evening all. Good luck to you Nuggets. So I gotta say, I love a good chicken nugget, to be honest. I gotta say, I was a bit of a pig on Friday. I had 10 pieces. Oh, loved life. Oh my goodness me, Milan ain't gonna be loving life there. I gotta say, unfortunately he's wearing white overalls. He might have to have a wash of those after that, as he was, oh my god, I just watched the replay back, and I was even driving the car, and I was bracing myself for impact. Good, I gotta say, good car control there from Milan. Fantastic stuff there in car 50 as well, and also continually supporting the pink helmet there. Lovely stuff indeed then, and he's coming up to the Finish line as well then. Yellow flag as one of the Williams cars is having a couple of gremlins as well. I think it's Grant there. It looks like he's missing an end plate then. Everyone is out on track at the moment apart from Alhan then. Back on board with Milan at the moment. He has set a benchmark time of a 51 on the intermediate tyres. In this second part of qualifying, this is usually where I start to rabble on about the tyres and the strategy and stuff. Because we've got a wet weather session, we do not have to worry about the strategy part. All these guys got to worry about is getting a lap in and making sure they're in under the bar then, which of course is the top 10 shootout. Emerson's gone fast and he hasn't had pole position since Australia. Emerson hasn't. He has the speed on this game, but he just can't seem to convert it at the moment into wins and potential podiums as well. But he has moved himself back up into third. Drofaz has got to say, looking very much on it like a car bonnet at the moment. Now he's had 2 tenths from the Ferrari drivers. I almost swallowed my tongue then. Drivers as well, and so he's now then coming onto the back straight. Yeah, so yeah, good luck indeed there from Todd to Granty. I'm starting to get disgruntled with my form now for Jonathan. As Nigel's also confirmed there with that as well with this season, and very difficult stuff indeed then from those 2 former winners as well. I gotta say it's been a very tough old start, isn't it? As Gordo saying, my stream is buffering for me, just connection doing its normal thing then. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of internet issues for some reason at the moment now, so there we go. Anyway then, it's Eat the Cookie there is coming out of 18 and now 19 as well, and he is now just going to be on to the back, and let's see what he can do as well. And here he comes then up to the line, and let's see what he can do then from Cookie, and he goes a second fastest at the moment in the 51 still in the AlphaTauri as well then. And we've got a couple of outlaps at the moment, haven't we? So Tichy in the pits, Alhan in the pits well, far shot out of qualifying. Lost Souls and Granty haven't set a time just yet either then. So I got to say there is going to be some tears in this qualifying session. Unfortunately, with gold being so competitive, there's always going to be tears, isn't there? With there's always going to be a big name which is going to be biting the dust then. Lights there is second fast Mona, looking strong again then. He's so good on this game, Lights is, isn't he? And I got to say he's had his first win the Dutch Grand Prix then. Is that going to be his highlight of the season? I don't think so. I think there's more to come from the Red Bull driver at the moment then. And we got an Alfa Romeo who's come a cropper by the looks, is it? Oh, it is a cropper there. It is Milan there who's was a 10th for a second up, and that's in the castle section as well there from Milan. And he has put a time in, but he's going to have to come back in the pits then, as we already mentioned in this qualifying session. If you make a mistake, then you've got there's a longer lap around here, so you're going to have to carry that all the way through, and that's really going to be a problem there, isn't it, for your second time win as well. So now we're on board then with Granty Boy as he is coming down there into the turn 15 and 16 as well. Then before it accelerates away, lovely stuff indeed. Then Gio has also said hello as well. Hello Gio, hope you're well. Anyway, Granty is now going to start his lap. Then here he is, and he's coming out of turn 15 and 16. Then no, he's past that. He's coming up to the final part of the course as well. He is very much then accelerating right up to the line as well. And there's a yellow flag in one then. But let's ignore that for now, because that should be clear by the time Granty is on board with the champion as well. And he's now breaking down into turn 1. Granty has never had the best of races around here, has he? In this Williams, I don't think he's ever won around here, has he, Granty? Which is a very, which I've got to say is a very rare thing for me to say, isn't it? Accelerating out now as well. No DRS then on this part of the course then as well. As the course then is because it's too wet, isn't it? It's not safe at all, is it? Down into 3 as well. Then, of course, the first sector, it feels very much similar to the old North Korea course, isn't it? And we've got a Red Bull there just touring back to the pits as well. Great disc, glowing it, lovely stuff indeed then. And then now then, we're back on board with Granty then, as he is now coming into the chicane then. Now he's coming to the first, he's finished the first part of the lap as well. Now into the second part, and I've got to say, it's very technical and twisty, isn't it? Now we have a lovely, fast, flowing part of the course, don't we? To finish off sector 2 as well. I'm going to take 2 bites to the chair, Granty is, isn't he? As of course, because otherwise he would have invalidated his time there. Through turn 8 as well. Goodness me, he used the back end there to strain up the car. Incredible talent now from the double world champion as he accelerates out now and down the hill as well. And now as we're back on board then with goodness me, with Granty as well, and almost kissing the Armco. Now down into 15 as well, and the track drops away from you, doesn't it? A brake disc going absolutely fine stuff indeed then. and now into 16 then. Here we go then through the final part then, and now it's on it to the end of the lap as well then, and let's go on board with him as well. Is he going to lift off then? Let's go on board then, and now then he's coming up to the line then. Let's see what he can do then as he comes up to the line then. No DRS as I mentioned before then, so that rear wing does not open, the drag reduction system does not open, and he comes up to the line and he does a 50.9 now, so only one of 3 men into the 50s. Good 17 then, and now Lost Souls is on track. Cookie is just set the fast lap of the race at Alhan, the qualifying session. Alhan is just started this lap as well, and as you can see a couple of corrections there as well, and now we went back on board as well then, as Emerson's done a 50.4. lovely stuff indeed then. Still light rain at the moment, and he is in the wall. Titch he's only got 4 minutes. I think that might be done and dusted for the Alpha Tauri driver. That is a big blow for Titch. He has damaged the end plate as well, so he is going to have to come into the pits, isn't he? And that is not good then, so he's going to go around again, isn't he? But I think that might be the end for Titch there. Very difficult indeed then, as now he comes up to the line, and Lost Souls there, it's gone into 8 fastest. Lovely stuff indeed there for Lost Souls. Now we've got Titchy, who is starting us up as well. We've got Alhan, who's also going to have to do another lap as well, but I think that Titchy might be done actually from this. Back on board then with Alhan at the moment, and he is now coming up to the line, so he's going to start his lap now then, and the Mercedes. I don't think he's got damage. I think Mr. Elite is still in the pits then. He's going to have to think about getting out there quite pronto, as Milan there is out of qualifying, isn't he? Well, I got to say, I didn't even notice that till a minute ago, so goodness me, Milan is heading a bit of trouble now, isn't he? Even if he is going to get through, he is out of qualifying, isn't he? Because there's no T cars, as I keep mentioning before that. Now then, as we're coming into sector 2 as well, and before accelerating away, the rain is just about the same intensity as it was at the start of qualifying, and so I've got to say it's a very steady flow of rain there, isn't it? And now as we're coming down into turn number 3 as well, lovely stuff indeed then, and going on into turn 4 now, and here we go. Is it stopped raining? No, there's still a bit of rain out there, but I thought it stopped raining then. Titch has done a 54. I don't think he's going to improve that, unfortunately. Mr. Elite is still in the pit lane. He's going to have to think about getting out there. He's currently in the drop zone. Can he get himself into qualifying for Mr. Elite? I've got to say, Mr. Elite's season has been absolutely spectacular. He's been as solid as a rock, Mr. Elite, as he's been really impressive, to say the least. And Mr. Elite is now out of the pit garages now then, as they come through the castle section as well. Look how narrow it is through there. And now we're on board with Alhan in the Mercedes. Hopefully the Mercedes is not as cursed as it was in Monza earlier on, was it? Well, for Alhan's point of view anyway. And as we coming now down, Grant is retired from the session there in the Williams then, as now we're dropping down then into 15 as well. Lots getting too close to the bar then. Well, I say he didn't get too close to the bar, but he drifted into that barrier, didn't he? Very good stuff indeed then. And Milan said that was it. Crashed again there, as Milan there is got unfortunately having a crash there, which is a shame really, because he's been on pole position twice, hasn't he, in his young career, remember, in ALR. Milan, very much like Pease there, debut. This is first season in ALR, and goodness me, he is a very quick cookie, isn't he? Not as quick as the other cookie, but still quick enough, isn't he? And now Alhan is coming up to the line, and yellow flags is fluttering. Alhan is through into 8th position. Good time there for the Mercedes driver, and I've got to say, all the promotees, which is which is Drop Fast, Souls, and Alhan, I got to say, I think that Alhan has made the most impressive start of those 3 drivers so far. It's a very difficult choice there, because Drop Fast has shown that flashes of brilliance, and Lost Souls has as well. But I think that Alhan's been consistent out of all those drivers, hasn't he? Remember, he was as high as 2nd in the championship at one point in the season as well. Anyway, he's now coming up to the line then as well. Let's see what Murphy could do then. And of course, Murphy is currently through into qualifying 3. Cookie goes faster still then. Is that the track drying up? And I'm wondering then, is Dan giving he is giving a Total Piece a toe there. I wonder if they're practicing for qualifying 3. Interesting stuff there from both the Racing Point drivers, isn't it? So yeah, very interesting indeed then. So Total Peace are getting a cheeky little slipstream off his teammate down the back straight, and he's 5 seconds away from Murphy. He's in 6th position there. Good performance there from Murphy so far. Lights and Granty they think they're safe while they're into the 50s, and I don't think any of the others are going to get into the 50s either. We have lost Souls, who's down in 11th position, unfortunately. Milan is is out of qualifying as well, but he's technically in the top 10 at the moment. But can Mr. Elite there really causing some issues there. We've also got Tichy in 13th position and a fire shot in 14th then, as the checkered flag is fluttering, and yeah, the checkered flag is fluttering then, and that is it then for qualifying 2. So if you started your lap, you can finish it. And we've got, well, I'd say we've got 10 cars out there or something like that. Not many, to be fair, because of course we have already lost 3 cars. Definitely, we might be losing. We're going to be losing another car. Definitely. Is that going to be Mr. Elite, or is that going to be Milan then? That is the showdown. Or be it Mr. Milan's, Mr. Elite, no, Milan, third time's a charm, is out of qualifying anyway then, as he is now coming into the castle section as well then. Let's see what Milan is doing, and lovely stuff. I've got to say, he nailed that castle section up to perfection there from I'm not sure if he nailed turn 9 very well though, did he? That might that's not going to help him at all then, and I'm not sure, is it drying up out there, do you feel, or is it just me then? Oh goodness me then, he is skating there, isn't it? I think we saw Milan do that in the first part of qualifying, didn't we? He was lucky to keep it out of the barrier then, and Mr. Elite has done the same. The second sector is coming up here. This is the second marcher. Where is he? He's 3/10 of a second up at the moment now. In the second sector, he's going to have to do an almighty job there, coming with the final sector coming up then. He's got a lot of deployment now. I think he's in the wall, and goodness me, how did he not rip out the front part of the car? That was unreal to me. Well, that Renault, they do build them quite hard in Enstone, goodness gracious me. And got to say, I thought that Mr. Elite would have been out qualified, but I think he might be out qualifying. He is abandoned lap, he is, and he comes into the pit lane as well, so that's a shame there for Mr. Elite, and he is out of qualifying, and we have lost 5 drivers in qualifying 2 as well. We're expecting to lose 5 drivers before unfortunately Jonathan Cox has ended up in the war, but we have still lost 5 drivers. That means we've got a top 9 shootout now rather than a top 10 shootout. Murphy is now just cruising back to the pits then as well, and he's in 6th position as well. Both racing points are 6th and 7th then so far. They're into qualifying 3. KV once again showing that he is strong there, isn't he? In the Haas team as well. Then Karen KV gets some points there to help Haas's account there as well. KV did finish an excellent, as I said, an excellent 7th position in Monaco, didn't he? So he's aiming for more points, isn't he, in the second Haas as well. As Dan there is lost, as looks like he has lost, well, he hasn't got any fuel left, has he? So he's coming back in the pits now then. So yeah, here he comes in. He's in the pits then, but Milan, Dan Milan, they sound the same, don't they? Dan is through into qualifying 3. Lovely stuff indeed then. So so Dan has missed a couple of qualifying sessions lately, hasn't he? But got to say, he's going to be happy to be starting at the sharp end of the field then, and some good points is going to be in order there for the Racing Point team, which is a very strong team, I would say. And that is the end of qualifying 2 then. Fire Shot is in 14th position there. 13th position is Tichy. 12th is Mr. Milan, and Lost Souls is in 11th position. Milan there, unfortunately, having damage there. He is in 10th, but again, very similar to Jonathan Cox. That time was good enough to get into qualifying at 3. But of course, hindsight's a wonderful thing in Formula 1, isn't it? Unfortunately, he didn't know that at the time, did he? Anyway, so that's classification for qualifying 2. Now it is time to determine who is going to be on pole position then for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Last season it was Cookie, wasn't it? Is it going to be the same again then? Well, we're going to find out, but I've got to say, it may not be as clear cut as it was this time last season. As I've got to say, he wasn't in a league of his own. We got rain on the horizon. There is still rain here, I should say. So it's not cut and dry, is it? Well, it definitely isn't cut and dry, because of course there's rain, isn't there? As Jonathan has just asked, why can't we have T cars in the game? Yeah, Jonathan's asked, why can't we have T cars in the game then? Well, I got to say, that would be quite cool if we had T cars in the game, wouldn't it? But unfortunately, that won't be the case, will it? Right, we're now into qualifying 3 then, and everyone is rushing to get out. As you can see, there is it's the queue, isn't it? Of course, I am being sarcastic, as looks like no one wants to go out at the moment, do they? Which is a bit of a shame. So here we go then as well. Then. As Darren has said, all 3 for Gunnar there. And there's, of course, Gunnar, the most experienced driver in ALR, isn't he? In terms of he's appeared in all 3 divisions, hasn't he? Fantastic stuff from Gunnar. And, of course, he has been with ALR since season 2 of Bahrain. Season 1 of Bahrain, isn't he? A very long-standing member of the ALR The ALR group then, so brilliant stuff indeed then. Right then, we're now into qualifying 3 then, and at the moment there's no one that's actually coming out of the pits at the moment. Interesting stuff then. I'm quite surprised by that. I thought that with such a long track, that's why, because look at this, they're all going on to these soft tyres perhaps. And is it dry enough for those slick tyres? It's going to get very interesting indeed then. As Drop Fast is saying, evening short, I hope your starbursts are enjoyable tonight. They are indeed then, of course. If anyone wants a green, just send me an email. We've got Milan saying GI Droff, get that pole. Yeah, that'll be Droffhouse's first pole position of gold then if he does get it here tonight. Current form of pole positions then is of course we've got Emerson, who's our pole position in Australia. Cookie's our pole position in Bahrain, in Vietnam, and in Spain and Monaco as well. Lovely stuff indeed then. And of course we've also had Milan in China and Netherlands as well then, just to bookend that. Cookie's going for 3 pole positions in a row now as they emerge out of the pits, and they're waiting as long as possible to see if the track would dry out there. The DRS has been enabled. That's how they know that it's dry enough for those slick tyres, but it's still going to be damp in places, so this is going to be skill at the absolute premium, isn't it, as well? And Darren has said, no way is it dry enough yet. And then we've also got Pillar saying, you got a tin of red roses as well. Of course, I do love Quality Street over roses. But of course, I'm a chocolate man. I got a bit of a bigger waistline than some folk, the average folk. So yes, I do love a bit of chocolate. Murphy is out on track at the moment as well. And of course, Darren did say, no way is it dry enough yet. Of course, I think that it's going to be very tough, isn't it? We've seen a lot of drivers struggling to get into get through the very fast kinky kink of the final sector as well, as Murphy is through the castle section as well then, and over into the sunshine as well, and you can see the droplets. I can't believe that they're out on dry tyres. I really can't. I reckon it's someone should have tried to go out on the intermediate tyres just to see what the conditions were like out there. On board with Murphy then, he is going to be the first man to set a time then. Everyone is out of the garage apart from Grant at the moment then, the champion, the defending champion, who is currently second in the World Drivers' Championship, but he is massive 68 points away from Cookie at the moment there. But behind Cookie, it's very much nip and tuck, isn't it, for the battle for second and third in the Drivers' Championship as well. But a lot of these drivers are not here to fight for second and third, alright, they're here to win. And of course Cookie is we're way away from ending this championship. So of course we've got we're only on round 8 of course, and we've got a very long time to go. Really have indeed. And William said Peas for the win then. Peas have not a win yet, and I'd love to see Peas get a win there, but of course I'd love to see everyone get a win, of course, because you have to be biased as well. Murphy's gone a bit deep there into turn 1 there, but he's just kept out of the Armco barrier, and he's kept on track as well, and so he is going to be the first man to come across any slippery parts of the course and Granty there, of course, being the veteran that he is there, he's participated in a few Grand Prix in his career now of ALR. Well, this is going to be his 47th race start for ALR. Fantastic, isn't it? Brilliant stuff indeed there from Grant as well. Milestones tonight then, of course, Emerson is starting his 45th Grand Prix here tonight, so congratulations to the Renault driver, been runner-up in the ALR World Championship twice, hasn't he? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride, is he, unfortunately for Emerson. And of course, I think that is the only major milestone. I think that there's no one there's no one on their 50th Grand Prix or anything like that here tonight. We got a couple more races then for that. Even though I actually haven't said that, the 40th race start here tonight is for Sammy actually. So congratulations to Sammy. Lovely stuff indeed then. Lovely stuff indeed there from Sam then. So his 40th Grand Prix start for Sam in ALR. Of course, I think he's only missed a couple of Grand Prix in the middle. That's a really good stuff indeed there from Sam. Of course, made his debut back in Monaco's season 2 as well. I think he drove from the Mercedes event as well. John, as Blair is saying, why is there only 14 people in Q2 and only 9 in Q3? It's because Milan crashed, unfortunately. So Jonathan has asked, how many starts has he got in his ALR career? Now I think that he's on his 52nd race start now. Jonathan is, of course, he had his 50th Grand Prix start back at the Spanish Grand Prix, and he celebrated that with a big old smash into turn 9, didn't he? So incredible stuff indeed then. As now we're coming up to the line as well, then let's see what Murphy can do then. The rain is still quite heavy out there. I'm absolutely shocked that we're on the soft tyres here. I'm shocked that we're on the slick tyres as well. Murphy comes up to the line as well. He has done a 50.992 there. That is in the ballpark of the intermediate tyre set, so that might be a good shout from these drivers here. KV then, who's only participated in that winner race so far in his ALR career. Good stuff indeed there in the last time out in Ferrari. He has gone second fast. Mona KV's shown that he's got some speed there. We got Eat the Cookie there. As Cookie is invalidated this time. He is coming into the pits and that that might be costly. Draw fast has been impressive in this session so far. He flies past me, brilliant 17th then. He comes over to the line, and Draw fast is on pole position there by a tenth of a second in the Ferrari. Lovely 17th then. Emerson there is coming out of the twisty part of the course there as well. We're on board with Emerson there as he's changed his helmet back to the red colour helmet. He had pink last time out in Monaco. DRS is on the money as well for Emerson as well. And Emerson's on pole position by a massive. He's on a 49.3 there. He's almost a second and a half in front of the next place man. Lights has actually just improved by less than 300ths of a second. And P's in third position as well. Wallach start to qualifying. Alhan now is coming to the line, and Alhan finishes 7th so far. Round 1 is done, and Grant is out on track at the moment. Emerson on pole position. That'll be his second pole position of the season. Of course, his other pole position was similarly on a track it was quite similar to this one, where it's a hybrid of public roads and all that kind of stuff. But only this time it was a completely different track layout, isn't it? Of course, in terms of the characteristics, isn't it? Look at that though! What a front row! Emerson and Lights separated by 300ths of a second. Incredible stuff indeed. Then, and as Jonathan said, he just wants to forget that 50th race start there as well. I think he had a very decent race in Monaco, didn't he? That was his best result of the season so far for Jonathan. As just on board now as well. As F1 League has said, I think it's out of sync. It's out of sync, I think. I think it is as well. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what I can do about that unless I start the stream again, which will be quite annoying, wouldn't it? I'm not sure if it's out of sync. Out of string. No, then it's out of sync. Goodness me, third time's the charm. Now I've got to put my teeth back in. I don't think it's out of sync on the Facebook channel, is it? But there you go. I don't know what's happened there. Of course, I think there's a bit of lag going on, wasn't it? Unfortunately, in the videos now stuck behind it. I don't think it's out of sync though on the Facebook. So if you want to go and watch that, that's a nice plug-in as well. If you want to watch it on there, then of course. So yep, there you go. That's why we have 2 streams there, and because I don't think the stream went down as such. But there we go. Anyway, Granty is on track at the moment now. He is coming out of turn 4 as well. As I think I was going to say I see a bit of sunshine, but no, it's the actual sun in my room then as well. As I've got to say, that's the first time I've seen the sun all day. It's been a very gloomy old day, isn't it? Very still 17 there. As F1 Legend said, F1 League has said, sure, there's a legend there as well. I have to get that one in there, of course. But yeah, if you go on to the it's out, not out of sync on Facebook there from Pillars. Lovely stuff indeed there. So unfortunately it's just out of sync on the old YouTube stream now as well. So if anyone is watching it on YouTube and it's a bit out of sync, go to the Facebook stream as well then. So there you go. That's a lovely plug as well. Granted there is now coming into the final part of the course as well then. And he is now into the second part of the lap as well then. Into 15 there. As I said, that's infamous. That's infamous where Hamilton and Vettel came to blows as well, wasn't it? Back in 2017. What a race that was as well. Grant in the second intermediate split time is done at 24-1. Lovely stuff indeed there. And thanks to Pillars for confirming it's not out of sync as well. Lovely stuff indeed there. And now then, as he's coming up to the line then, Grant he is. Let's take a look then to see what he can do then. Wow, look at that. That's commitment at the highest level from the Williams driver. And then waiting for the DRS. There it is down the graphic bar on the right hand side. Look at that. That would go green. Oh, Grant hasn't turned it on though. Interesting stuff. But no, because he's coming into the pit. Cookie is out on track then. Of course, he was on pole position last season as well then. And as I just tell you, let them pure blades. Has anyone seen Lando smash the champagne bottom during the McLaren during the McLaren photos? I don't think we have yet. Then, oh dear. Lando was unfortunate not to be on the podium today, was he? And I have seen a lot of people saying that they rather Lando than Lance Stroll, really. But I think Lando did a cracking race actually to keep that Mercedes and Bottas behind it. Yeah, Bottas was claiming there were some issues with the Mercedes car, which there probably was, wasn't it? But that was still a good effort from Lando Norris nonetheless as well. As F1 League has just said, what a race today. It really was a cracking race, wasn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed then. So I'm just watching Cookie as he is now coming into the second intermediate split time as well then. And look at that there, for goodness me now. If you want to know how to drive an F1 car around Baku, go on board with Cookie. Fantastic. Look how easy and flowy he is there. Not too many movements on the steering wheel. Fantastic stuff then. As we got yellow flags, but it's just people getting out of each other's way then. So carry on, guys. I think we had a shot of Cookie. Was it Cookie? No, I don't think it was. I think it was Kingdom actually, wasn't it? Last. Oh, he's invalidated this time. Cookie has. And goodness me, I think I'll put the kibosh on him, haven't I? He's down in 8th for this at the moment. Then the championship leader. He has enough time now to go through and set another like them. But Cookie at turn 15 now. I wonder if that was a bit of just like, you know, taking it a bit too calm there. Goodness me, then. Incredible stuff, then. As F1 League reckons it's going to be Emerson for the win today. Well, he's doing well at the moment, isn't he? We have also, as we're now coming up to start another lap then for Cookie. Hopefully he's fueled to go for one more lap. It looks like he's going for another bite of the cherry. He needs to now, doesn't he? KV is out on circuit mode. We're keeping an eye on Cookie's sector times then, whilst I'm having a look at KV here at the moment. And as Energetics has said, evening shown there, Baku berries there. I got to say, I love sour Baku berry. I bet they taste very absolutely beautiful, don't they? So it's going to be interesting. Remember, Energetics dominated performance in Monaco last week, wasn't it? And that was the Energetics who was expecting to see for most of the season in bronze, hasn't he? He hasn't shown much of that this season, has he? But goodness me, there, Energetics that was second race win of his season in bronze. He was fantastic. Remember, you can catch bronze on Tuesday nights there, silver on Mondays, and of course Sunday is gold night, isn't it? And it's a beautiful gold evening actually behind me. Goodness me, I feel like I'm out of the Lion King. As we've now got KV there coming into turn 15 as well. Lovely shot of speed there. There's still rain. Oh, that is inch perfect there from Cave. How did he keep that in the not to go in the bars? That was beyond me. That was brilliant. He's gone purple in the second sector. He's 8/10 of a second up in the Haas. A lovely performance here from Car 92 as well. As I think Cookie is still on the lap as well. He is at the moment. He's at a 39 in the second intermediate split time as well. Sorry, that's the first intermediate split time. I thought that was a bit too quick. Now then, his KV is coming up to the line then. He is waiting for DRS right on the money. Grant, he hasn't set a time either then. So Grant and Cookie are very much on the pressure point at the moment. And KV's gone fast as a cracking time there from KV. Really well done then. Cookie is now coming up to the line as well, and he's on fumes, isn't he? Cookie has said, we're looking at the top right hand corner. That's his time. That's his real time. And we're just looking at Emerson's time at the top left hand side of 49.3. Is it going to be enough for Cookie? We take a gasp. It is. Pole position there by 600ths of a second now from Cookie. Really, hats off indeed then. Dan Murphy there. Can he? The goal has been thrown down. Murphy is now then coming into the second part of the course, but I'm looking at the wrong racing point. That's the one I need to be looking out for this moment in time. Now we're coming up to the line as well. Lights has retired from the session. He's gone off in the castle section. Pease is full fast at the moment. Lovely stuff then. Draw fast is 1.2 seconds up then into the final stage of this one. Incredible stuff indeed then, as we're on board then, and Draw Fast is full fastest. I thought he might have nipped it in the bud there, and Emerson is second fastest there, and a whisker away from Cookie, who is on pole position for the third time. Where is he? Murphy goes 6th fast at the moment then. Alhan is 4/10 of second up. Granty has also still got to put a time in as well. Here comes Alhan coming up to the line now. Alhan is going to go 8th fast in the end then. What about Granty then? Granty then is the last man to come across the line. We're on board with Granty as well. Here he goes then, and let's see what he can do then. Time again at the top right hand side then. Look at that time, it's ticking up there, it's ticking up, and he's a 49.3. Is he on pole? I think he's on pole position. Grant he is. I think that will be his first this season. No, it's 9th. No, it is pole position now for Grant here. Fantastic time. It was all up against it, and by 59 hundredths of a second, Granty gets his first pole position of his season there. Fantastic stuff there from Granty. Wow, and that is a mega lap there for Granty. Really impressive stuff indeed then. And he has stolen Cookie's out thunder there, because Cookie was going for his hat trick there. That is Granty's 7th pole position of his career in gold. So good stuff indeed there from Granty. Very brilliant stuff indeed. Qualifying is so good this season, I've got to say. Race wins might be looking more on Cookie's side, but qualifying once again within a 10th of a second separates the top 3. It's nip and tuck, it really is there. Oh, fantastic stuff. Jonathan has said on Facebook, I sound different on Facebook compared to YouTube. I hope I sound a bit more manly. That would be nice, wouldn't it? We've got Dan saying, I'm pretty sure Granty crossed the line after the checker flag went down. Naughty that. Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think I noticed that. Well, I got to say, I don't notice a lot of things really, and even though I am a commentator. And oh goodness me, then that's not going to be good at all, is it? And Jonathan has thought the same thing. So that could be very difficult indeed. Then F1 League is saying yes. Energetics was great last week. It's RDW, Sean, just in the F1 channel there. Hello, RDW. I hope you are. Bearing in mind there, I do struggle with people's real names there because I don't know. I just can't remember, to be honest. Good job, Jonathan Cox has got his real name there because I probably wouldn't. So you'd see. I wish it was all like Jonathan. You see, you just have your real names up there. Of course, I do love your your creativity and all that kind of jazz. There's lovely stuff indeed there. As Light saying, I always mess up my Q3 literally every race there. So unfortunately for young Lights there, difficult stuff indeed. Jonathan is saying they need to patch, don't they? They need to patch that issue there. That's really a shame, isn't it? But F1 leader saying got on a great drive as well. Right then, we are now getting ready for the race itself. So Granty pole position there, albeit he might be under investigation unfortunately after this event now, because if that is the case, you will get the book thrown at you like Sam did in Monaco. Was it Sam? I think I can't remember now, to be honest. I should take a look at my notes but I really don't take notes, so I'm just pretending. Right, let's go for the grid from front to back. Now we've got a bit of a different spin on this, haven't we? Because of course anyone who in Q2 we usually say anyone who started on those tires must start on those tires which they set the fastest time, but that is not the case now because we had rain, did we, in qualifying as well, and of course intermediate, especially the second qualifying session as well. So let's go for the grid there. We've got a lot of hard tires out there, haven't we? We've got a couple of softs there, interesting stuff, and a couple of mediums as well. 26 laps around this difficult race here in Baku. This is going to be very difficult indeed then. Really good stuff then as well. Sorry, I got a big old ulcer in my mouth and it really hurts every time I speak then. Which I've got to say, a lot of you would be happy about that, won't you, really? Because I probably caused your ears enough pain. Right, grid from front to back. Granty is on pole position, his first pole position of the season, his 7th of his career there for the world champion. Cookie, he stole it from Cookie right at the dying seconds there. Cookie was going for a hat-trick of pole positions from Spain, Monaco, and here tonight, but that's not the case anymore, but he's on the medium tyres. Third position is Emerson. He's also on the medium tyres as well. He hasn't got a race win yet, Emerson hasn't, which I'm absolutely shocked by. Oh, that's Young Lights who's in the wall there out of the castle section there, just probably trying to make sure those tyres are up to temperature there, but a very unorthodox way of doing it. But remember, Fernando Alonso, the double world champion in F1, did that, didn't he? Lights on the medium tyres. Soft tyres there for Drop Fast in the Ferrari. Soft tyres for Pease as well. The only two men on the soft tyres. Interesting curveball there. Lovely stuff indeed then. We have got Murphy on the medium tyres there with Alhan on the medium tyres as well. There's the pit strategy, hard to soft. 9th position is Lost Souls. He is on the hard tyres with Mr. Lee in 10th position. He's on the hard tyres as well. Tichy just outside the points in 11th position. KV in 12th. Fireshot in 13th with Jonathan in 14th position there. Both McLarens are row 7. They were once again nearer the back of the field, unfortunately. Milan has been disqualified in 15th position. A lovely shot there of the Baku City. 16th position there is Nigel. 17th position is Diash there, making his debut tonight. Diash does, fingers crossed then for a good performance. 18th position is Caesar, his full-time debut in the Red Bull didn't go too well. Sam in 19th position there, of course, after his quality ban, and far through can't keep track of time, is in 20th position then. 20 cars, 26 laps. Azerbaijan is coming up for you in just a jiffy then. Very good stuff indeed then. There's a Darren saying, if you hit the wall in France then Energetics, that is a very incredible effort there. On board, I like that. I like that comment, that's why I read it out there indeed. We're on board now then with the pole sitter, which is Granted then. We are waiting for those magical 5 red lights. When they go out, we'll be racing in Baku. Farf is lined up as well. Lovely shot indeed then. And now then, we are waiting for those lights as well. Remember, those are the W lights there, just to make sure that I am very much on it. And the lights have gone out then, so luckily no one has gone this time. We're waiting for those lights to appear on. I'll wait for those revs then. There they are then. And we're going to be racing in back. There's a jump start out for Sam there, and that's a big old jump start as well. And now we're racing here in Baku then. Lights has gone up to second already. Lights has seen through it up to second, and Cookie has been forced on the outside there. And it's going, remember, he's trying to crack and duel, didn't they, in the Dutch Grand Prix, but Lights got the inside into the second turn there, and he is through then. And they got Drop Fast. Oh, there's Renault. That's a Renault. Renault come off there. Was it Mr. Lee? I think it was there. And we've also got a Williams there of I think that's Lost Souls there, who's in a bit of the thick of the action as well. And they come down into turn 4, and we got 3 abreast there going into turn 4 as well. No, then it's 3, I should say. And there's more debris coming off the cars. Oh goodness me then. This is usually a non-contact sport, isn't it? But goodness gracious me then, looks like they're playing rugby out there at the moment, aren't they? A lot of contact out there. Titch is now alongside. It's going up the outside there of Dan Murphy. Dan Murphy has lost the end plate there on the racing point. He's going to be forced into the wall goal. Remember Dan, who's doing so well in silver, but he's having a bit of difficult times here in bronze as well. Diashi is down the back of the grid, then back at the front then is Granty. Young Lights is second, third is Eat the Cookie, then lovely shot here from the nose cone of Emerson in fourth, then Pease is fifth, followed by Drop Fast in sixth. Has Emerson got damage though, because he's a bit slow at the moment now. He hasn't got damage there, so I apologise to Emerson for calling him slow. Now we've got Lost Souls in seventh position. Alhan is in eighth position as well. Look at this, 5/10 of second then between Jonathan and Titchamon and Jonathan there having a bit of understeer. He has damage as well. There's a lot of end plate damage in the mid part of the field here, isn't it? Which is kind of what you expect, really, isn't it? And look at this, and KV's had a bit of an appalling start there in the Haas there, but he's moved himself back up there. Dan Murphy being a gentleman now there, isn't he? Milan there in 18th position with Sammy in 19th, and 20th position is at D Ashley as well. Lovely stuff indeed there as they're coming up to the as they come up to complete lap one. A total piece has passed Emerson. Lovely stuff indeed there from Total Piece, and he's on the soft tires of course then as they come through to complete lap one then. So good stuff indeed there from all the drivers out there. Then of course there's a couple of fisticuffs. There's pit stop for Jonathan, and I think Murphy being the pits. Well, Pease is now up into a did he where is he go? He's up into a lovely full position on then. Is Lights there is Lights is close to Grant there, but Grant is not going to yield at the moment. There's Cookie going very deep there into the corner. Lights is going to go for the lead then here, but Grant is not yielding at the moment. You see 4 cars in the pits. It's Jonathan, Sammy, Milan and Murphy there all having issues there, and they've all come in the pits. Unfortunately, clump all the chicane as well. We do expect safety cars in this race there of course, so yes, keep a look at that then. And now as we come into the second part of the lap as well then, and second part of the lap then into the Castle 6 as well. A little shot here from Eat the Cookie then, who is normally leading at this stage of the race at the moment, but he's currently got 2 cars in front of him. And oh goodness me, we've got Pease is off the course. Oh goodness me, Total Pease there has gone straight on, and that's an unusual place to go on. Did he have help getting there? But whatever the case, he has damaged the nose there on the racing point. We've got a safety car, just I mentioned it, and it comes true there. So a lot of drivers are going to be shaking their fists at me, aren't they? Emerson was the car immediately behind Pease, so did he help him there? Well, I'm not sure, but whatever the case, then that is not good at all. I think the soft tyre runners then are going to be coming in the pit. Seesaw has gone up 7 positions, down 8 positions is Pease, Farf up 7 positions as well. Farf does like starting from the back and coming through the field. Lovely stuff indeed there from Farf. So who's going to be coming in the pits at this moment in time? And Drop Fast at the moment is on the soft tyres. Is he going to roll the dice? If he comes in now, he will not have to pit again. But will those hard tyres get to the end? I'm not sure if they will, to be honest. But Drop Fast is definitely thinking about it. He is coming into the pits now, and he is going to be changing those tyres as well then. And so you can see the pit buildings though, they're usually erect, aren't they? The pit buildings are just before the race itself. So of course those are not permanent pit buildings. Absolutely fantastic, isn't it, what the guys do here. Farf in the pits as well for the second Ferrari. The Ferrari just serviced Drop Fast. Pease has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, so it's not going too well, is it? Nigel also in the pits as well for the Mercedes team. Farf is changing on to medium tyres, I should say, but Nigel's got out in front of him, and a good pit stop there. We've also got Pease there. Look at that, changing the front nose cone there on the racing point, being lifted, just being put down from the jacks, and away he goes as well. And he's coming on the pits as well, so his team, it looks like both racing points there is got such a talented lineup. Going to be having to come back through the field there, aren't they? Topi's coming on the pits as well, and Sammy is down in 20th position at the moment then. Darren saying Racing Point are on bad luck. They really are at the moment, aren't they? We're on lap 3 of the lap 3 here in Baku. Then not much has changed there, but let's take a look at the grid, at the change of the grid there as well. So Drop Fast down for 8 positions there, but that position is Lost Souls as well. Great stuff indeed then from Caesar. He is in the points then. Both racing points dropped down 12 positions respectively as well. Soft tires so far for Pease and for Nigel as well. And so we got all 3 compounds being used at the moment. And lovely stuff indeed there, and a very interesting development here in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix then, as we're coming through turn 15 as well then. So we have safety cars coming out. I think the safety cars out then. They'll be out for a couple of laps, I think. All 20 cars are still in the race so far then, so I gotta say that's a very Very good effort indeed from the drivers. I think the safety cars for Total Peas who was at the runoff area at turn 9, wasn't it, after all the nose cone had gone. Oh, Sam there just going into the barrier there on the outside. I hope that damaged his car. No, it's okay then. And hopefully we've got 4 wings then for everyone then, as hopefully, and then we can get back racing in just a jiffy as well. Let's take stock. Lap 3 or lap 4 would be in a minute. It's Granty who leads the race. Well, technically it's Burnt Mylander, but we'll ignore him for the minute as much as we do love Burnt. It's Granty who leads the race. He's on the hard tires then. Lights is second among, going for his second race win of his career and of the season as well. Lovely stuff from Lights. Third position is Cookie. Fourth position is Emerson. Fifth position at the moment is Lost Soul. Sixth is Alhan. Seventh position is Mr. Elite. Good job from Mr. Elite. Fire shot up into 8th. Lovely stuff there. Titchy in 9th position and Caesar, as we've already mentioned, in 10th position. KV in 11th position at the moment there. Davidton D. Ashley in 12th position. Drofbass in 13th. Jonathan in 14th. 15th is Nigel. Farf is in 16th position. Then we got 17th position is Milan. 18th position is Pease with Murphy in 19th, and 20th is Sam as well. Safety cars helped Sam. It got rid of his drive-through penalty. Yeah, Sam, of course, had a drive-through penalty for jumping the start there. So luckily for Sam, he didn't even gain an advantage, I don't think, because it looks like he must have got and then stopped, which is probably the worst thing to do, really, isn't it? Because because you lose a lot of momentum. Remember what happened to Bottas in, was it Hungary, wasn't it? Or he didn't get a drive-through that day, did he? Which whether or not he should or shouldn't have, yeah, who knows? But of course, I think he probably should have, because if you move in your box at all, surely that should be a penalty, but that's just me. As we're now just watching and probably what happened to Sam actually as well. We're on board with Sam at the moment now, so we're in 20th position at the moment now in the Haas. So then Sam currently 19th in the World Championship with a point to his name so far. If he kind of gets some more points on the board, these races is probably races where Sam could feel that he might be able to get a couple of points in his piggy bank. As I just watch now, Sam there, sorry, we've got Ethan there, Rowley there, saying, hey Jonathan Buddy, there is good stuff indeed there. Jonathan is currently in 14th position at the moment, and he's already stopped there for the medium tyres. So Jonathan, I think, will have to stop again, unless he is going to be twinkle toes and really save those tyres. And that is the magical message then. Race control, safety car is in then, Lights is on the medium tyres, so those medium tyres are going to be easier to warm up than those hard tyres, which granted as well. I gotta say, the most difficult safety car restart in all of Formula 1 and ALR is this race here, and look at how much they spread out. It's like a rolling start of IndyCar, isn't it? Goodness me, who is going to get the jump then? Who is going to take the advantage then? Well, at the moment, Tom, then they're so close, they're so bunched up, so close together then. Granty, when is he going to drop the hammer then as well? He's got to wait till Byrne gets in the pits. He's in the pits now then, so it's up to Granty's prerogative when he's going to go then. A 5-second penalty. Young Lights has gone into the back of Granty and he's been given a 5-second penalty for that. I know, rightly or wrongly. I'm not sure if that is the case there at all, but now Granty's got a 5-second penalty deficit as well, and that's a shame then, as we're coming down into a turn 1 as well, as we are green flag here in Baku, and the race restart has begun then, and the top 4 there in a very much Lionel Stern and Alhan, and sorry, it's Mr. Elite then, as Emerson is up the inside as he passes Cookie. They were on board with Cookie, but he looks like he's got back in front of Emerson, and look in the background, it is oh my goodness me, look at this is incredible racing. Oh, impressive stuff indeed. And there's Alhan, and we got a couple of rubbish camera angles as they come down into turn 3 as well, and a very Diashi's got past Total Peace, but Total Peace is coming back out in there, and now Diashi's lost out to both racing points. So there's a bit of a tag team going on there in the background. We've also lost both Alpha's males. Diashi has dropped down to 20th position as well, and that 5-second penalty, I'm not 100% sure is not 100% sure that's worthy of Granty, is it? That's a shame now. Light's just gone into the back of him, and that's really hurt him, hasn't it? Lovely shot. Look at that. There's a lovely bit of sunshine there from Azerbaijan. Shame we didn't have that in qualifying, did we? And now then Granty then is going to be under a lot of pressure from the medium shot Red Bull and Alpha Tauri. As they flick through then, as they coming down. Oh, goodness me, then we've got Titchy there just dropping down the order as well. Far shot once again, showing he has got some speed in that McLaren, hasn't he? He's had a cracking season so far, Far shot. Statistically, is the best start of his ALR career. Really good stuff indeed then. Just on board now as well is Darren is saying Frank and Claire, wrap it up, we are leaving. I think that's in contents to the As Cookie has got past Lights and yes, he has indeed. That Lights is Cookie there has got so much pace, and now he's going on the. Now he's using the slipstream of Grant, and this is Covey for the lead of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Grant is on the outside. That's the fastest number. Grant is on the outside. Grant is on the outside, and then Cookie takes the lead then, and Granty has dropped down into third position. Oh no! And Granty has gone into Lights there, and oh no! And Granty there. Oh goodness me there, and that's not looking good at all. Granty has left the session there. The race leader is out of the race as well, and I think that oh dear, that's not good at all. We've got a yellow flag in sector 1, and Eat the Cookie has got damage there. I'm not. Oh dear, and he's got more damage as well. Cookie has. This is an appalling race so far. Oh dear, this is not good at all. It's a 5-second penalty for Lost Souls, who's gone into the back of Lights as well, and Granty is out of this race. What a shame indeed there for the champion. And him and Lights, I'm not sure if they came to blows or what then, but it looked like a Sebastian Vettel-esque manoeuvre from Granty. Whether that's right or wrong, I don't know. I'm just surmising at the moment then. Not good at all. Is it Emerson in second position then? He's got a full wing. Who hasn't got a full wing now is Cookie there. He is going to be on the back foot now, isn't he? Remember, he won this race last season, didn't he? Virtual safety car. They have to adhere to a doubt at the moment, don't they? Of course, you must not go green, have you? As they say then. So Emerson's now in second position. Lights is looking for his second race in a row. Look at Cookie there. He's really struggling, isn't he? The understeer on the Alpha Tower there is really abundant now, isn't he? And look at this, and it's Alhan in that black Mercedes then is now also coming up to the back as well. Cookie there is limping there. He is wounded. Granty is out of the race then, so ignore Granty's car for the minute. Is there damage on that second Williams as well? Yes, there is. That is also damage there for Lost Souls then. And now then, oh goodness me, look at this, it's getting very dangerous. Oh my goodness gracious me, and oh, that's an appalling incident. There's a huge accident, and Alhan has been given a 5-second penalty somehow, and then Farfus retired from the session. This is an appalling race. Oh goodness me, and there's a DRS has been enabled as well. Alhan is, he's going to be furious. A retirement there for Lost Souls, and it has gone all wrong tonight, hasn't it? And into the pits there comes Milan as well. The yellow flag and free is a far shot. It's, oh my goodness, I'm in the third position, or is he? Him and Mr. Elite safety car is out. The safety car is out, and hopefully we can calm down then. Oh goodness gracious me, what is going on there? Cookie is in the pits there. He's coming out of the pits now as the Alpha Tarry guys have just gone to work there, and he is behind Sam. Then Sam is now with the 13th then. Jonathan also in the pits fire, but he is behind Burnt Mylando. The green lights mean that you can overtake the safety car, and go on as well. Jonathan didn't want to drive into the safety car. That wouldn't have been too good as well. Granted, so we've lost both Williamsons. We've also lost Farf as well in that chaos, isn't it? Goodness me. As Darren saying, Alhan was doing so well. What a shame then, indeed. Then, and it was. It was an appalling event, string of events, though, isn't it? But the Lights is leading. Second position is Emerson. This is another safety car event here in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Far shot in third position. Mr. Lee is fourth at the moment. Fantastic drive from the second Renault driver. Caesar is up in the fifth. Fantastic stuff there from the Red Bull. Darren saying bad luck, Granty. In the sixth position is Drop Fast. KV is in seventh position there. Nigel is in eighth position. On the soft tyres, total piece of ninth, and if I could come to the pits there and change those tyres then. Well, we're not even at half distance yet. Tichy in 10th position, Murphy in 11th, 12th position is Diashi there on his debut there, 13th position is Sam, as we said. Cookie in 14th position there, Jonathan in 15th, 16th is Milan, 17th is Alhan. What a shame. And that is the full grid then so far. I think that was kind of cool, so I'm not sure, I'm not going to point fingers too much, but I think that maybe Lost Souls possibly should have and could have gave Cookie some room, possibly. I don't know, that's just me surmising there. Darren saying, oh, not bad luck, as in the case may be then. Got very messy on that last safety car restart, didn't it? As we got pit stops and into the pits. Here comes Total P as well. Nigel's also in the pits as well. And look at this. They've got to wait that 5 seconds, don't they? Because he's got a 5-second penalty. But luckily for Total P, he can serve it in the pits there. So it's basically almost like no penalty at all. Then Tichy is coming out of the pits as well. Murphy is also back in the pits as well. Murphy is also got a 5-second penalty. As Cookie is back in the points as well. He will come out behind the Total P's head. So Cookie there still on course to get some points here tonight as well. as Murphy coming out of the pit as well. As also as the debut on Diash as well. And today's like today there is potentially where we can get some shocks, isn't it? And at the moment, Sam is now being released out of the pit lane as well. Then, oh my goodness me, then, and so we got lights at the moment. Then there's Farf has left the session there. You'd be absolutely disappointed about there for Farf, unfortunately. And he was doing a good job there, wasn't he? He was making himself through the field quite nicely, wasn't he? Unfortunately, that issue there is really put paid to his day-to-day, hasn't it? Same with Lost Souls and Granty, both out of the race as well. Williams were homing in on the Red Bull team, but Red Bull now first and fifth and potentially could extend the lead in the constructors. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then Red Bull haven't extended their lead in the constructors for about 3 or 4 races now then, but with a new full-time driver in Caesar and Lights there, looks like as well that he hasn't had any connection issues so far, touch wood. Then I think that he is doing a cracking job as well. Go for his second race as well. Emerson, can he get his first race win of the season? I can't believe I'm saying that. Fireshot is up in the front there. I gotta say, I don't think Fireshot needs a qualifying, does he? He seems to be just happy just the way he is as well. Alhan, I gotta say, I feel Alhan, we was praising him up in qualifying, was we? A fantastic drive from Alhan, wasn't he, in the opening 6 or 7 laps there, and he just got caught up in a lot of shenanigans, to say the very least, as I say the best of it there. Goodness me. As Darren said, I'm sure you on 2019 you couldn't drive side by side in a safety car. Yeah, I'm not sure if you could really. Could you? You have to go line on stern, really, didn't you? But unfortunately, it felt like an IndyCar restart, didn't it? And I don't think as Europeans know how to do a rolling start as such, do they? Unfortunately, that has not helped anyone in this race. We've lost 3 cars of a result of that very messy opening lap there and the safety car, but hopefully this time will be a bit better then. Unfortunately, big news here tonight is Grant is out of the race. Lost Souls also, and Farf as well. Of course, Granty, a former double world champion, Farf, a former race winner as well, and Lost Souls, who won a couple of races in silver last season as well. That's a lot of high caliber drivers who are not in this race anymore, which is incredible to say the least, isn't it? As just now on board with Light said. And I'm not going to repeat what Farf said in the chat, but let's just say there's a bit of profanity there, as I think he was a bit disappointed there to be involved in those horrific incidents as well. On board Lights then, so he has won a race there. He went head to head with Cookie, and he came out on top in the Dutch Grand Prix, didn't he? And so he knows how to win now. Lights said he has broken through a glass ceiling, isn't he? He showed flashes of brilliance in season 3, didn't he? And of course, I got pole position in Monza as well, and then this season he has got a race win, hasn't he? And potentially should have had a pole position as well this season, but qualifying's never gone his way. But as we was talking about with Fireshot, who needs qualifying? He's got some race pace in that Red Bull, hasn't he? And he is now looking on. He's now looking on at fine Vettel, isn't he? He is on the medium tires, of course, whilst Emerson is going for the long game as well. Eat the Cookie technically does need to come in the pits now, I don't believe, because he is now on the hard tires to the end of the race as well. Anyway, then as we're just now on board then with Light Centers, he is now when is that safety car coming home? We had a notification this time. Last time it's that was a Renault again, very close to the wall. Then good stuff from Renault at the moment. They're currently 2nd and 4th in the race there. In the constructors standings, they are 4th position. They're moving up the grid nicely, aren't they? So another strong performance here tonight, and I think that Mr. Lee and Emerson are doing a cracking job, isn't they, in terms of teamwork? Lovely stuff indeed. There, we're now going to get back racing here in Baku in just a jiffy as well. Then this is I gotta say, I'm holding my breath, because once again then we are going to be doing another rolling start here in Baku. Then Grant, he was backing them up, wasn't he? Backing them right up there at this stage here, wasn't he? But unfortunately there was a lot of shenanigans going on, wasn't there, down into turn 1 and 2, and are we going then? I think we are not going yet. Then we're waiting. Then look at this, as once again then they're backing up. It's so difficult, is it, to get a restart here? I think Lights has gone. He has gone. We're back racing here in Azerbaijan. Look at the first 4 out. They're just slipstreaming there, and then they streamline as they come into turn 1. Emerson is going for the lead. He's going for the lead into turn 1. There's contact there, but he steers into it, and now Fireshot is going to have a go there into turn 2 then. But they caught there. Oh, it looks like it's all clean as a whistle, isn't it? As Cookie there is gone through past Nigel and up into ninth position as well. And look at Pease there, and KV also banging away as well down the back straight. We've also got a overtake there. Drofas on Caesar as well. Drofas going on the outside there. And now Cookie there, right. Oh, Cookie, I think it's got it. It's not so up in there. Oh, no, and Pete is facing the wrong way. Oh, dear, and it's now then it's just coming back in. Oh, goodness me, Cookie is dropping down then to the back of the field there. I think that I wonder if Cookie there took the blame there for an attempt there on Total Peace, and if so, that's cracking sportsmanship. I wish I was like that, but I'm not. Lap 10, we got 16 laps to go in this race, and I've got to say, we ain't even a half distance yet, and we have been, I've got to say, we have been a racer now for almost like 20 odd minutes. Goodness me, we've had 2 safety car appearances, a virtual safety car as well. Oh gosh, and it's been absolutely incredible stuff so far. On board with Caesar making his full debut for the Red Bull here tonight, and I've got to say, he's having a cracking race so far, isn't he? We're coming down into 15. Oh, how much commitment does he want? Incredible stuff, man. And they're dropping down into 16 as well. And look at the queue behind there, the second McLaren, Jonathan, and now Total Peace Cookie there, just coming back from the field as well. As unfortunately, they two came to blows by the looks in the turn 2 or 3 then. And now 3/10 of a second, less than 3/10 of a second now. As Emerson is gaining on Lights, I should say. Lights is on the supposed quicker tire here, but Emerson there is Emerson is struggling there for straight line pace, I should say. Caesar up into a full position now, passes Mr. Elite, who's dropped down to 5th. Look at the brake disc glow there. Milan has got past Tichy. Milan is up into 10th position as well. Of course, got Sam passing there. Oh, it's gone on the outside there. Sam as he's danced on the outside of Diashi. Lovely stuff indeed then. 17 cars remaining at the moment, then back on board then with Emerson then, and Lights at the moment there is the man who is leading this. Drop fast all over the back of Mr. Elite. Drop fast has gone up the inside, not quite then. Very difficult into turn number oh, and what is that? That's Murphy there on the inside of Tichy. There's a bit of Red Bull end plate, I think. Was that was Mr. Elite? Yeah, Mr. Elite has got end plate damage there, and oh, look at this, and he is causing he's causing a ball neck, and Jonathan is going on the inside. Look left, there's Jonathan on the Nigel's being hung out to dry there. And look at the Ferrari and the Haas. They're just pristine there in oh goodness me! Look, that's the Alfa Tauri. They're going into the back of the Alfa Romeo. Tichy has damaged the car there, and now then coming for the castle section as well. And Mr. Elite there is causing all kinds of problems behind him, isn't he? Look at the ball there. Lionel Stern at the moment. Jonathan then he needs to get by now. Now then is Mr. Elite then is dropping down the order. Then he has damaged the car. What a shame there for the Renault driver. He was doing a great job, wasn't he? Up until oh my goodness me! I thought I just got to have a look then. And Constantina again, and they got a break much earlier there with this damage there. And Mr. Elite there is I think he's just trying to defend the inside there. Was he just trying to get out of the way? I think he's just trying to get out of the way, isn't he? He's got a 3-second penalty, which I think is a bit harsh. Oh well, what was that? Murphy there had a bit of an issue there. We're on board with Murphy, and look up in front of us as Mr. Elite there is really struggling there. And now then is Murphy now is past him and up into, as it Lights set the fast lap of the race said. Murphy's now past and now up into 11th position as well. I think Tichy's going to have major damage there on that Red Bull. DRS has been enabled then. And now then the Renault driver comes to the pit, so does Tichy into the pit as well. Then say, oh, streamline through then. And so then Mr. Elite's in the pits, then Cookie is now up into 15th position then. The championship leader has now got his work cut out, hasn't he? A bit like Lewis Hamilton did earlier on in the Italian Grand Prix. Alhan there is being passed by Cookie. No, by Peace. Now he's being passed by Cookie. And Cookie there is going on the inside. He's going to have DRS, and it's going to be a drag race going down into turn number 3 as well. And he is through then. Alhan dropping down into its 15th position as well then at this moment in time. Then back to the front then. It is still 6/10 of a second at the moment then, so it's we've got to say it's very calm out in front, isn't it? 6/10 of a second then. Emerson doesn't need to do any overtaking at the moment. Then Diashi then is taking more of an acute angle there, coming out of 4, and now is Pease is up the inside then. Oh goodness me, Diashi there. I don't think he's in. Well, I think he's got the way now of Cookie. Cookie is now in the 13th position then, and Diashi is now into 14th position. Oh goodness me then, as Cookie is trying to get back through the field, isn't he? Now Alhan is also going to try as well. There's Pease, and look, I think Diashi is struggling in this race. This race is where you need to get into a good old rhythm, isn't it? And as soon as you do get into a good rhythm, you're very much unstoppable, aren't you? And in the moment then, Lights is now leading by 1.1 seconds from Emerson in second. Farshot is dropping back. He's now almost 3.5 seconds back at the moment. Drop fast, and Caesar still having a great battle for 4th and 5th position at the moment. Lovely stuff indeed there. And as we're just on board now, as just on board now then with Milan then as we're coming now up to the start-finish straight as well. DRS has been enabled and Lights setting now fast out of the race. He's now starting to pull away from Emerson as he has repelled the attack there from Emerson. And now then, now let's see what he can do then in clear out. Lights is going for a second race win of his career and of the season as well. Nigel is now doing position then. But Milan there is going up the inside there into turn 1. And he is and he's repelled the attack as well as Pease is now past Sam as well. Sam is trying to go up and under at the moment then, but the Haas driver, is he going to have a look on the inside? No, not quite then. Is Pease is through number 2 11th position. His next target, believe it or not, is Dan Murphy in 10th position there. Having a difficult race, both racing points are. They seem to be involved in a couple of incidents. And they're coming down the inside then. And look at this, there's Milan there having another look there. Showing the nose coming Nigel. Nigel's now 3 seconds away from Jonathan. Jonathan is right behind KV in 6th position. Once again, KV is showing that he has got some KV is showing that he's really got some racecraft, doesn't he? Doing a cracking job there, avoiding all the issues so far. Absolutely impressive stuff indeed there. Really incredible stuff. As now then we're coming, now we're on board, and Farshot has got a lot of cars behind him now, hasn't he? He's got Drofast, he's done 9 laps on those medium tires. Drofast has already been in the pits, hasn't he? We have also got Caesar and Farshot who haven't pitted though, have they? So Drofast is the highest man who hasn't pitted. Drofast could be leading this race at some point, potentially, but he has only got 3 lap younger tyres as they come into the turn 15 as well. And look in the background as well, KV and Jonathan once again then, it seems like he's had a turning point since Monaco, hasn't he? He is albeit his qualifying performances have not been at his high standard that he has set himself, but in race trim he's doing a much better job there. Milan is past Nigel's having a appalling exit there out of turn 16 by the looks at, and now Nigel then is just blocking off then the track there as well. But now Nigel is going to be is on the overtake, isn't he? And trying to get into Milan slipstream, and I think he has done it, but we're going to have 3 cars, I think. Look at this then. Oh, is Milan there just defending, but Nigel flies past. Goodness me, that car is quick in the straight line then. Murphy also up in the 9th position as well. Jonathan is past. Or is he? KV, oh, I've given the commentator's course. KV is pointing the wrong way in turn 1. What a shame for KV. The Cookie is now in 11th position now, and he's 1 position away from the points as well. And once again, I've given the commentator's course. Apologies, KV. He was on a great race up until that point as well. And just look at Nigel there, just repelling the attack. Tissue set the fast up the race down in 16th position at this moment in time. And of course, we've got 17 cars left in this race. At the moment, we're about half distance in this race now, so we've reached half distance. And there we go. Indeed, then is Mr. Lee is now up into 17th position, back on board. Nigel there, that car is sliding, isn't it? I wonder if Nigel's going to try and get to the end then on these hard tires. So this is going to be a very interesting part of the race now, isn't it? About who's going to be doing what then. So who's going to be staying out? Is Nigel going to stay out to the end then? Can Dan Murphy stay out to the end? He's done 5 laps on those medium tires. So Jonathan Cox has done 6 laps on those medium tires. I gotta say, that might be a good idea actually. Then so Murphy and these guys might be staying out then. I gotta say, I'm loving this, and strategy is all over the show, and I absolutely love it. Really good stuff indeed then. And now then we're coming down into turn 15 as well, hopping over the curve then, lovely stuff. And of course the Spanish Grand Prix is a blowout strategy, wasn't it? 2 races ago, wasn't it? And of course it was I believe it was Cookie that came on top at the moment, and he's down in 11th position then. He hasn't even got any points on his agenda at the moment, has he? Draw Fast is now gaining on Caesar. Caesar's having an absolutely outstanding start then to his Red Bull career, so he's up in the 4th. Lovely stuff indeed. Well, now he's down to 5th, but he's still well within the heart of the points as well. Draw Fast up in the 4th position. I think he's been outstanding so far. Draw Fast has total pieces past Milan, and we're on board with Milan. Look at this, I love this this drag race down into turn 1, and Murphy is now up into 7th position. Nigel's trying to go up and under Murphy, but Murphy has got that one very much in the bag there. He's got Purchase, and he is up into a 7th position as well. Total pieces now 9th position. Milan is in 10th position as well. We've got Cookie who's on the hard tires. I expect Cookie to definitely go to the end then, and he could potentially picking off a couple of these drivers later on in this race as well. It's very bunched up in front of Cookie though, so there is not there is still a lot of points on offer then for the championship leader, isn't there? Especially with his closest championship rival Granty out of this race then as well. So as I've just seen, I'll read out the comments in a minute, guys. I can hardly take my eyes off this eventful race, to say the least, isn't it? KV now comes out of the pits. He is down in 17th position at this moment in time then for KV. Can he get some points then in his 2nd race then in ALR Gold? I gotta say, he's up until that point he was very clean and consistent driver, and let's see then what he can do then from from where he is at the moment. Draw fast, less than a 10th position away from fire shot, and I gotta say, I always grimace when they come battling away down there side by side. And at the moment, draw fast there, maybe thinking caution at the head of getting in that place, going over the third there. And I think draw fast does need to come in the pits again, but he's in such a strong, such a strong position at the moment, isn't he? Emerson is really now piling on the pressure, isn't he? Of Lights, and Lights has now done 15 laps on those medium tires, and what is these guys going to do on the medium tires is the question. And I think that in the moment then Lights is the only man who's on that kind of strategy, isn't it? Because Drop Fast has come in the pits, everyone else has stayed, everyone else has come in the pits there, I should say. And look at this slipstream, and again then it's Nigel, and oh goodness me, then Cookie is over the 10th position, and he passes Milan then. Pease is now on the outside of Nigel's not giving him any room there. Oh, but that is great driving from both drivers. Pease dances on the outside of Nigel, he is through, and up into 8th position, and Nigel dropping down to 9th, and Cookie is in 10th position as well. We're on board then with Cookie, and he is now shadowing the former champion of Nigel, season 1 world champion Nigel was, and he is on the back foot at the moment, Nigel is, and how much more Cookie brakes under the brake end is incredible, isn't it? He's got like an extra meter or two, hasn't he, in that brake pull. Impressive stuff there from the AlphaTauri. Really good stuff indeed, but he's really had a problem there coming out of turn 4, hasn't he? And Milan is now all over the back of him like a rash as well. Sam is not too far away in 12th position now. He potentially could get some points on the board. Alhan is also in 13th position. This race is far from over, everyone. We're on lap 16. We got 10 laps to go here in ALR Gold of Baku, and that was very too. Oh dear, and yes, that was oh goodness me, and Milan there trying to, I think that was a bit of frustration on Milan there, and he is now down in 13th position as well. And there's his teammate of Diash there right behind his teammate, and oh dear, and so yeah, Milan was taking that corner far too acutely, wasn't he? And unfortunately because of that there, he's damaged the car. It doesn't matter what tire he goes on now, he should be able to get to the end of the race if he's on medium or hard tires. But that is a big blow, isn't it, for Milan? What a shame. Lights there is staying out still, isn't he? And I think that, I wonder if he's trying to get to a soft tyre window, I believe, that Lights is. So interesting stuff then. And what is Emerson? Emerson might be on the soft tyre as well, so it's going to be all square, isn't it? In the final stage of the race, I'm loving this at the moment. Fire Shot then is now in 4th position. Oh, he's gone to the back of Draw Fast there. He hasn't, luckily it was just a light top then, and look in the background there, Caesar is now looking as well up the inside there. Nothing doing there. Jonathan is now also coming to the back of his teammate as well. Jonathan and a very strong middle stint here in the Baku, and now he's all over the back of Caesar as well. Caesar also on a strong stint as well on those hard tires. Caesar hasn't come in the pitch yet. Milan's got a 5-second penalty, so it's just a snowball effect, isn't it, in the race as well. And that is such a shame there for Milan, and I think he is retired from the race. He has indeed. Milan out of the race. What a shame. The man of his caliber there is just not getting the points he deserves, or has the pace he has for it at the moment, does he? And look at this, Caesar there is just parking on the inside there. And they're very close. They're in very close company, aren't they? Jonathan and Caesar has the moment. Yellow flag in one, then that is for the retiring Alfa Romeo. I think that's Milan's third DNF this season, then, isn't it? I don't think that's one. Jonathan, who's got the highest DNFs at the moment, there were 4, unfortunately, this season. But yeah, that would be that's actually Milan's 4th DNF this season. Then, so he's Jonathan and Milan, they're 2 very quick drivers. They're unfortunately not being able to get to the end of the races as it stands at the moment. Then Cookie's past Nigel's up to the 9th position as well. Pease is behind his teammate. Dan Murphy is in 8th position. Then, and we're watching this battle here for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Then is 4th, 5th, and 6th, I should say. Fire Shot, Caesar and Jonathan. Caesar is the meat in the McLaren sandwich at the moment. McLaren once again showing that their qualifying pace doesn't make a difference, does it? Now Caesar has got a lot more pace than Fire Shot. Fire Shot really struggling at this stage. They're both on similar life tyres at the moment. And look at this, and as they're going side by side, going into turn 1 then. Caesar is on the outside. Look at the pit windows open then, and it is now soft tyres. And so yes, everyone who hasn't come in the pits are going on soft tyres then, and that's what they're waiting for. Interesting stuff in this race then. Who is going to do what then? It's a 9-second gap then between Lights and Emerson in the battle for 1st and 2nd, and this is cracking. I'm loving the battle at front then. Emerson and Lights, brilliant stuff indeed then. The future versus the present, perhaps then, in the terms of Emerson and Lights. Emerson, a 2-time runner-up in ALR Gold, isn't he? Lights there, I think his best position in the World Championship, I think, was 7th, wasn't it? But this season, he has had a race win already. He is absolutely fantastic this season. He's a new driver, isn't he? He showed flashes of brilliance last season, didn't he? But this season, a much more complete driver, isn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed then. As Darren has said there, oh goodness me, my phone's just gone really, oh gosh, I can't. Oh no, my phone's turned off. Anyway, yes, fire shot there is that is in 5th position. I'm sure that Darren said something about Jonathan finally getting some luck, but if he doesn't want to say it, I think something along those lines, doesn't it? And yeah, we don't want to put the commentator's curse on Nick. I've already done that to KV tonight, so he's going to be really unhappy with me at the end of this race, I think. As I'm just watching there, as Grant saying that he's not getting the 5 second because he didn't leave room whilst I was trying to do the restart. It was a joke there as going into the goodness me as he was in the restart there. So yes, I think that the restart was looking a bit worrying there as well. But unfortunately, Granty out of the race there, and so the 5 second rule doesn't really apply anymore. As into the pits there comes Everton. He is going for the undercut then, and he has got to go. He's got to set on his marks then as well. Then he is going for those soft tires, and let's see what the Renault team can do then. Right on in the money then. Soft tires going on. Emerson looking at his first race win of the season here, and he is going for the undercut. We've got a lot of pit stop action here, haven't we? Both McLarens coming to pits while Cookie is set the fastest out of the race, and Emerson is coming out of the pits now. But where is he going to come out? He's coming out behind Cookie. Emerson is but he's on the soft tires as well. He needs to get by as quickly as possible because this traffic is not going to help. It's not going to help the man who's been runner up twice, is he? And look at this, and he's got so much more purchase there. And Cookie there is going to be is dropping down the order, and the next target is Pete, and there's a lot of high and Cookie's gone right off the track there. Oh dear. And now he's also damaged the car. Cookie has there. It's going wrong there for the championship leader here tonight, and he's just coming out of the pits as well, out of the escape road now there. Oh, what a shame for Cookie. He's also got damage there as now Emerson is able to get 6 positions while yellow flags there as Cookie's just getting out of the way then. On board then is Lights, and this is a good opportunity for Lights because yes, Emerson's going for the undercut here, and he does have fresh tyres, but the problem is that he is behind the 2 McLarens, and also Murphy and Murphy as well then, as he's also dispatched Total PZ. So yes, he's still got a lot of room to do, but Dan Murphy getting by there. Of course, a bit of family. Oh goodness me, there. As of course, I wonder if there's a bit of family loyalty there. Good stuff indeed. Then Emerson now is into turn 15 as well as into the pits there. Oh no, yeah. In the pitch, yeah, see, Cookie there is touring back then. What a shame for Cookie. He's on a very difficult day, isn't he? Remember, he was on a fantastic day in Monaco last week. Into the pits comes the race leader, which is Young Lights as well. Now he's in the pits, and let's see. He's going to go on the soft tires. Is the Red Bull mechanics up to it? They're the best mechanics in Formula 1, isn't they? Emerson's now past fire shot and moved up into a fantastic up to 4th position there. I'm wondering, McLaren are going to be might be in a bit of bother here because they're both so close then. I'm wondering if they're on the same strategy. Caesar leads. Emerson has taken that. It's going for the Lights. He has, even with going through traffic. The undercut has worked, and Lights, I wonder if he's going to be kicking himself there. He has lost the lead. Lights has. Emerson is leading the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and he is now all over the back of Jonathan as well. Fireshot has just come out of the pits as well. He's in 10th position there, and he's got to go to the inside. Oh my goodness me, Jonathan there almost shutting the door there on Emerson. Caesar in his first race for Red Bull, his second race of ALR, leads the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Fantastic, absolutely incredible. Gio is saying Favre is on a bad run of luck at the moment now. Yeah, far from. Yeah, Favre has not a clean race for quite a while. I think he had a good race earlier on this season, didn't he? And I thought he was back to his best there. Cookie out of the race there. What a shame for Cookie. A very trying day, isn't it, for the championship leader? And of course, it's days like these that the chasing pack needs to really make hay. And Total Peas is out. Total Peas out. He's into the castle section, and it's a safety car just as Cookie's retired. And that is oh goodness me then. And that car is in a and now is I think that was a bit of Racing Point there. Who to draw fast as ran over. So this is interesting then. Who is going to be happy with this safety car then? Well, I wonder if Caesar might be happy with this actually. Jonathan, is he going to stay out? Jonathan is. This is going to be very interesting. He's done 12 laps there on those medium tires, hasn't he? I've got to say, this is going to be a big old world of wonder, isn't it? Really is indeed then. So and so Total P's another victim here in Baku. Then it's been very difficult, hasn't it, for some of these drivers here tonight. Very interesting battles indeed. So Caesar has to come in the pits. He hasn't pitted yet, and he is going to be on very fresh soft tires again now. Who is going to do literally no running. So Emerson is now leading with Lights in second position there. Caesar in the pits. Jonathan in the pits as well. Murphy also taking advantage. He's in the pits. So here comes up Murphy then in the pits. And Caesar is already in and out there. Good time there, and the Red Bull David Thomas having a cracking race. Drop Fast is now up into third position. Caesar's going to be in fourth. Fantastic stuff there from Caesar. Brilliant from the Red Bull Davidson. He is having a fantastic race. Jonathan in fifth. Murphy is in sixth position. Far shot, the big loser in this event, isn't it? He was on the undercut. He is now down in seventh position. Then Nigel in eighth position. And Alhan is coming out in ninth. And Sam, who is currently the man who's got the final point at the moment, potentially, can he keep that final point? Then that'll be a second point scorer of the finish here tonight as well. Darren is saying, I told you that Murphy was in a good place. Well, he's now in sixth position. Murphy is a really good 17th. Then total pieces left for seven as well. Tichy in the pits are also changing the nose cone on the Soul Remain and Alpha Tower as well. KV is also in the pits as well. Can KV there get some points? Oh, I think he's damaged nose cone. The Haas don't look too ready either, but it looks very nonchalant as he comes in the pits there. Oh, goodness me. But yeah, changed the nose cone on car 92, which is KV, and he's out of the pits. He is currently last at the moment as a grad. He is no longer in the race. And 21, 5 up to go around here then, and this is going to be a sprint finish then here in Azerbaijan. I think it was similar to last season, wasn't it? Wasn't it in bronze? I think it was, wasn't it? Where Dan Murphy and the Gort went head to head in the final 5 laps in bronze on the, I think that was the final race last season, wasn't it? This is only round 8 this season then, so not as much as on the line here tonight, is it? But goodness me, there is a race win on the line. Lights is going for his second race win of his career. Emerson is going for his first race win of the season. He's had a lot of bad luck, hasn't he? Possibly should have won in Australia. Had connection issues in Spain, didn't he, as well? Which was another race where he possibly should have and could have been right in there like swimwear. So Darren's also saying a big shout out to Sammy as well for still being in it to win it as well. So everyone has been into the pits then, and so Drop Fast and Emerson are the only men there with the oldest tires, but that's albeit 1 lap old tires. Then safety car start at the moment then, so the safety car will be out for 1 more lap, I think, whilst the back end catches up then. So Sam is so we're waiting for Mr. Elite Tichy Diashi. Hats off to Diashi as well then for still being in this race as well in 13th position. The Davidson is very much hanging on in there. Lovely stuff indeed then. And also a shout out to Sam, as we mentioned before. Lovely architectural city Baku, isn't it? So we're going to have about, I think we're on 4 laps, aren't we, of a sprint. And here he is then. So this is a safety car at the road then. So with Granty and of course the championship leader not scoring tonight, Emerson, as it stands at the moment, will go up into second in the World Drivers' Championship then. I say he's not a bad season, but I got to say Emerson's had 2 DNFs this season, which is the most he's had in the last 2 seasons combined, hasn't he? Because the other 2 races he retired in season 3 of the British Grand Prix and season 2 of the British Grand Prix, didn't he? Those were his only retirements prior to this season. Unfortunately, you can get a lot of hard luck stories, but let's take a flip of that and look at the stories out there really helping out drivers at the moment now. Emerson, I would say it was helping out Emerson in Lights, but they was looking very fast anyway. Drop Fast, I'm in third position. Right, he was looking good from the get-go in qualifying anyway. Drop Fast was fantastic. Jonathan on a cracking drive through the field. He had a problem there in qualifying, but the race has kept his nose very much clean as well. Farshot has lost out majorly in his last safety car. Otherwise, he was right up in 4th, 5th position at that stage as well. So we're counting down to the end of this race then. We've got Dan Murphy keeping his lows almost certainly clean there. In the first couple of laps there, he seemed to be at the wrong place at the wrong time, but the racing point driver now back up in the 6th position. Lovely stuff indeed. Both Mercedes 8th and 9th then, as we already mentioned. Alhan Nigel there seems to be in a lot of thick of action there. He's always in the thick of the action, Nigel, this season, isn't he? He's very much giving us a lot of viewing pleasure, Nigel is. Unfortunately, in terms of his point account, he's only got 15 so far, which is the worst amount of points he's got in any stage of his ALR career so far. Really good stuff indeed, Dennis. We're now then, as we're coming up then to hopefully we'll have the safety car in the end of this lap then. We've got 3 laps of, you've got a 3-lap sprint race then to finish off this action-packed race here in the Baku. I must say, do not take anything for granted there. Whatever happens now may not be, whatever the positions are now will not be the same then as we finish this race off then. So yes, and there it is, safety cars in at the end of this lap then, if I'm able to speak, that is. And now then here we go again then. Do not go anywhere, folks. This is going to be a cracker, isn't it? The safety car restarts, I've got to say, have been very much a cause of conversation here tonight, hasn't it? And Emerson there, when is he going to drop the hammer down? The race leader then, and he had the undercut. He came in the pits a lap earlier than Lights. He used that deficit to his advantage, but now the deficit has been wiped out. The arrears has been wiped out. And when is he going to go? Then, as you can see, then, and they're not as bunched up they were in the first safety car restart. Lovely start, and I think he's going. He is going. Emerson Emerson is gone then, and now we're back racing then. That McLaren is all over the back of the Red Bull then, and we got 24, 25 and 26 to go then, as we are racing for the final time here in Baku. And goodness me, oh my goodness gracious me, what has happened there? Oh my gosh, and Murphy has somehow had problems there, and I think Fireshot might have been involved as well. And then just as we mentioned that, Jonathan is on the inside of Caesar, and I'm not sure if Caesar's got damage. Actually, he's run out wide down, he's lost momentum, but he's okay. Sam is now passed, and Fireshot is dropping down the order. Murphy, I'm not sure what's happened there, but it's gone all terribly wrong. Bailey Swift, go on Emerson. KV is now in the 12th position as well, getting past Tichy, as Tichy just hasn't got the pace around here, has he, tonight? Emerson's now 8/10 of a second in front of Lights as well. Caesar's in the wall! Caesar's in the wall! We've got Fireshot dropping down the order as well. Fireshot's lost all the nose cone there. And Caesar dropping down as well. And what is going on? Oh, goodness me, that's a Haas! That's a Haas off the track. It's Sam. We've got cars all over the show. Caesar's having trouble. Caesar is out of this race. And what a race. And then all a race for Caesar. And it's all gone wrong. Sam! Oh, my goodness me. What a shame for Sam. So he was having a great race. And this was the race where he's going to capitalise. And Diashi is one position away from the points now as well. Shot out of the race as well. They're dropping like flies now. A very untidy couple of corners there here in that Baku, isn't it? Now Mr. Lee is catching on Murphy as well then. So Murphy is limping wounded, isn't he? And we got no DRS, so it's going to have to be an old school maneuver, isn't it, for Lights, and Lights does have an overtaken button, doesn't he? And Dan Murphy, what a shameful done there. Caesar has left possession there. It has been oh gosh, Caesar was having a cracking race in the 4th position there, and unfortunately he was just involved in I don't know what he was involved in really, but he was just dropping down the order, wasn't he? And now Murphy, as Emerson set the fast lap race, Murphy, is he going to come in the pits or is he going to limp home? He is. I think he's limping home. He is limping over. No, yet he's in the pits. Murphy is, and I've got to say, I think that he's going to be furious with. I'm not even sure how they crashed on the straight line there, so it's beyond me. As Darren is saying, holy brown stuff as well. I've got to say, yeah, I'm quite surprised with what's going on here tonight. Down to 12 cars then, as Emerson is leading this race, and by 7/10 of a second, Lights is following him home in second position now. Lights is definitely hammering in the points, isn't he, at the moment? We're down to 12 cars, I mentioned before. Diashi on his debut here in gold, then is on course for getting some points there for the Alfa Romeo team. Lovely stuff there for Diashi. Lights there, 6/10 of a second away then. Drop passes and repelling Jonathan, who is in a fantastic 4th position. Jonathan is there. And Jonathan, then this is the strongest performance of the season so far. Alhan is back with the 5th then. Swings and roundabouts in this race, isn't it? Alhan was very much looking on the cusp of having a very appalling race, and he is now in 6th position, and Mr. Lee in 7th. KV is 8th position there, and of course KV, another man who was looking good there until he had to spin it around, and it's in 8th position. Titch in 9th position, and Diash in 10th as well then. So Sam, can he get to the end? And he looks like he's limping on for some reason. I'm not sure if Sam's got damage. He has got damage, but he's chosen not to come in the pits there, as he wants to just keep quite close there. Murphy potentially could get some points still, albeit we got just under a lap and a half to just under a lap to go here in this race then. And yeah, as we're coming down then onto the final part of this race, and this has been I gotta say, it's been a very difficult race indeed, hasn't it? As I am allowed to say the man in 4th position's name more than 3 times, of course, there, because at the moment he is on course there. DRS has been enabled. He is on course there for a potentially incredible season season best result at the moment in 4th position now for Jonathan. The sole remaining McLaren at the moment, we're down to 12 cars then, and as it sounds at the moment, Titch is now all over the back of KV as well. Emerson, and as you can see, we're on board with Emerson at the moment then, and he is not far away then from getting his 11th race win of his career, Emerson, and that'll be a fantastic result for Emerson. As a very difficult start, as we've mentioned before, but Lights wants a 2nd race win of his career, doesn't he? And he is not giving up, is he? He's not giving an inch then. KV is now all over the back of Mr. Elite, who's up in his 7th position again then. So Mr. Elite once again showing that he's keeping a calm head here in difficult circumstances, and also Jonathan is getting very eager on the back of the Ferrari of Joffas in a 3rd position as well. Good stuff indeed there from Joffas, and some good points as well. He is a second and a half away from these 2 battling leaders at the moment then. Oh God, goodness gracious me then, that's absolutely incredible. Incredible race, isn't it? I'm almost lost for words about what we've seen here tonight, aren't we? There's been some good and some bad and some downright ugly scenes, hasn't there, here in Baku tonight? But here is 2 men. It's definitely on the good spectrum. It is Emerson and Lightsail with 4 tenths of a second separate them. Is it going to be remember we had a drag race through the line last season in bronze. We're going to do the same again then. 4 tenths of a second to separate. The gap is running. It's up to 5 tenths. Emerson is it looks like he's harvested beautifully well, and Emerson for the first time of season 4 is going to win a race here in the ALR Gold. He wins the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Emerson, race winner here in second position. Third position is Drop Fast. Jonathan in 4th. Alhan in 5th in the end then. Nigel there coming through in 6th position. 7th position is Mr. Elite with KV in 8th. Titchy in 9th then. DRC in 10th position and gets his first points on his debut. Murphy in 11th position, and Sam will be in might be in the 12th position, might be in 13th position behind Granty's car as well. Like I said, a great job, GG Emerson, great job, great job guys out from Emerson as well. As Darius also said, GG as well. Apologies about the stream on YouTube being behind. I think I had a lag problem at the beginning there as well, but hopefully you enjoyed it on Facebook, everyone. As now's your advantage, having 2 streams to go in at the same once now, at the same time now, isn't it? And here he is then, Emerson's, I can't believe I'm saying this, at round 8, Jonathan, driver of the day though, I got to give a shout out to Jonathan first there. A driver of the day for Jonathan, that's his best performance of the season by far. He's absolutely had a fantastic race. Really good 17th there from Jonathan. But Emerson, his first race win of the season, his 11th race win of his career there for Emerson. Really good stuff indeed there. And now he is going to be second in the World Drivers' Championship as well. Great stuff indeed there. As Jonathan saying, yes, best result of the season now, and also he gets driver of the day as well, so hats off there to Jonathan. So this is the final result then from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Murphy gets the fast lap of the race. Unfortunately, doesn't get that bonus point, unfortunately, for Dan Murphy. But Emerson, as I mentioned, his first race win of the season. His 11th race win of his career. Fantastic. Lights in second there. His consistency is incredible this season. Third position is Drop Fast. Jonathan in 4th there. Driver of the day, brilliant. Alhan 5th. Nigel in 6th there. Mr. Elite 7th. KV 8th. Titchy 9th. Diashi, great drive in 10th position. Murphy 11th. Sam in 12th position. Retirements. Granty, Farshot, Caesar, Total Peas, Eat the Cookie, Milan, Far, Lost Souls, and Far for retired from the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Brilliant stuff indeed, and I have enjoyed that, and I've also joined in the gantry now by 2 men at the moment. I'm expecting a third potentially as well. Emerson, let's start with you, shall we? Because I got to say, what a drive today. That's your first race win in the 8th round of the World Championship. I wasn't expecting that, to say that at the beginning of the season, but how are you feeling after that?
I mean, I'm completely relieved to finally have a win this season, because I've been just inundated with bad luck after bad luck with internet issues. Yeah, but I mean, it was a very difficult race for the fact that the safety cars, and it was all about strategy, being on the right car at the right time. And I mean, it was a bit of a messy race around me, but I kind of just stayed clear of a lot of what was going on and tried to do my own thing. And I mean, I was literally sweating at the end. I thought Young Lights was going to get me down the last straight with the DRS in the end, and they were on the last lap, and I was very tempted just to let him pass and then get the DRS in him and then re-overtake him before the line, but I thought no. I was like, that's just, I wanted to win on complete merit, and yeah, I was glad I finally got that win this season.
Yeah, really well done. Up to second now, the World Championship. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. Then let's come to Young Lights actually, who's second. And I didn't see Young Lights sneak in there. Incredible stuff. But Young Lights, how are you disappointed about about not winning today, or are you happy with second?
No, man, I'm really happy. Like, I haven't been able to take part in the last 2 races, and to come back and get second, I think I've done a good job. Caesar's done a good job, but just unlucky. He had a collision with someone. Emerson had good pace as well. When the safety car restart, I thought he was using all his ERS, so I decided to do the same, but I had no ERS on the back straight on the final lap, and Emerson just bolted away. I think if I saved it, then I might have had a chance, like trying to get him on the straight. But it was a good job from everyone. Good job from Droftas for getting the podium as well. Everyone just had a great race today.
Lovely sportsmanship there, lights. So I wouldn't have congratulated everyone, but that's just me. Anyway, let's go to Drofas in third there. Drofas, this ain't your best result of the season then, but I got to say, in terms of the overall package of this event tonight, you were fantastic tonight. Qualifying was perfect, and the race was as well.
Yeah, it was decent for once. Didn't bin it, didn't lose my bottle for a change, so pleased with that. Happy with a podium. I would have taken top 10 before the race, so can't complain about a third.
Brilliant stuff indeed then. That propels you up the championship as well. Lovely stuff indeed. We all know my master's terrible. Anyway, we're going to leave that there tonight. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Tomorrow night we are back in action. It's an hour later than tonight though. It's 7:30 UK time for Silver's turn then. And I got to say, they're going to have to live up to the hype after tonight. Goodness me, it was an incredible race, wasn't it? 3 safety cars and a lot of mess going on. We'll see you tomorrow night for Silver. Goodbye.